What's up, gang? We have an incredible show for you with two favorites, Benny Buttcheeks and Sarah Sherman, coming up right now. But I want to tell you, tickets are on sale for the Dreamboat Tour. Me and Elders are hitting the road. We're on a tour bus, just two plus-size Eastern Europeans on the open road. I'm going to be doing shows all across the West Coast, the Midwest, the South, and hopefully later in the fall, we're going to add East Coast dates as well. But right now, go to stavvy.biz, get your tickets. All new hour, nothing you've seen on Netflix, nothing that you've seen on YouTube. It's all new stuff, and it's going to be, I'm pumped. I can't wait to finally get back. I took the year off. I'm coming for you. So get your tickets right now, and let's start the show. Opa! Welcome, everybody, to Stavvy's World. 904-800-STAV. Call in. We'll solve all your problems. Wow. It's December 9th. I'm here with my good pals, Sarah and Ben. Welcome back. Sarah, this is your third time on the pod. How does it feel?
Well, I feel like I showed up on time.
It's good. You did.
I did.
And it's an early recording.
Tell the class how early it is.
It is 10. Right now it's 10:18 a.m.
That is early.
That is early.
Which means I had to wake up at like 8:30.
And you were live on television
mere days ago.
Just not even 30 hours ago, or maybe 40 hours ago.
And we're discovering that the Celsius that I have been drinking before that show is affecting me 30 hours later.
Yeah. Ben is actually some people don't know this about the cheeks. And by the way, how does it feel not being in the cheek zone, Ben?
It's horrible, dude. It's so dense.
It's so weird seeing your eyes on the podcast.
It's so dense.
Wait, where are
being
you?
in the 3D world.
He's in the cheek zone. He's in a different dimension.
Oh, I see.
He's usually coming to the podcast from a different dimension, and sometimes we get trapped in the cheek zone.
I see.
When he's powerful, when he's at his most powerful, he can trap the whole podcast in the cheek zone.
It goes without saying.
You've narrowly escaped it today. He's weak
every
today.
now and then I come out to the real world for very special guests.
We used to be roommates, of course.
Oh, yes. During the pandemic. We were
roommates.
Roommates.
You slept in the same house?
We were in the...
No.
We had studio. We were studio mates.
Yeah.
Sarah had a studio in my garage.
I remember that.
During the pandemic. And then you left for SNL.
You know what? And I auditioned, and I was like we was this like freezing cold garage.
You auditioned in the garage?
I auditioned.
Via Zoom?
No, I auditioned in real life and then went to the garage.
Gotcha.
And then I was like, fucking LOL.
I'm not getting SNL, yeah.
And then
I remember Ben saying that, like, can you believe it? They would fucking ask Sarah to audition. And then we laughed about it.
No.
And we were like, that fucking bitch? No way.
You guys were like, you're going to get it.
No,
I was
fully like, you're getting it.
Yeah. Well, but the reason you said it is because you didn't want her to get it, and you're convinced bad things happen to you.
I just realized it all just kind of came into crystal clear view.
Yes.
Right.
And I was like, oh,
you were like, Lauren's got his juice back. He's going to make some good calls.
Yeah.
He's going to get, the cash is going to be good.
At first I was like, no one will ever hire Sarah to do anything.
Yeah.
She looks too crazy.
Yeah.
She's got too much of her own thing. She's too much of an artist.
You know what? He's cracking wise and making laughs right now. He's the only person in the entire planet who ever believed in me. Ever.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Ever in my life, every time every day you said I was a superstar.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was right. I manifested.
Well, he wasn't. Let's
He's
relax. Superstar's a little strong. You're good.
Superstar.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Superstar selling
You're
out
kind of in a
small
niche.
venues. By the time this comes out, I will have done a poorly attended show in Asheville, North Carolina, on Tuesday, November. What's Tuesday, 19th. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope people have come to that by then.
We and maybe in the future you will do the show in a way that helps you, but for now, it's all about me and Eldis having a pre-record episodes so we can get 1 week off in December.
We're almost caught up all the way through July 2025.
That would be awesome, dude. You know what we should do for real? We should just pick random vault episodes and like record one next week and then release it in fully 2 years from now. That would be fun. The time capsule app. All right,
that's a really
write
good
that down.
idea.
And God bless.
We have to make our predictions for what it's like.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, goes without saying, flying cars.
Awesome.
Flying
yeah,
cars
flying
for sure.
cars.
2 years? Oh, yeah.
Flying cars. Barron Trump is president.
And he's shorter.
And he's shorter somehow.
Got shorter.
He made a deal with the devil to take some of his shin bones for his father's immortality. Whoa.
Did he take HGH or
I don't know. Maybe.
how'd he go up in the sky so fast?
Maybe. Okay, well, maybe Trump turbocharged his old nut to get him.
Oh,
Maybe he injected HGH into his nut.
That's true. That's true. Maybe, I mean, we also don't know what Melania's packing
right.
with other people in her family.
Yeah,
Maybe
where's she
there's
from?
tall-
Serbia?
Yeah.
Luka Doncic is from Serbia, so she has some basketball players.
So there's a tall person in that same country. We're getting closer.
Yeah, there's a couple, dude.
We're getting warm.
And Eldest just Googled, why is Barron Trump so tall?
You don't get that tall like from regular. You get
do
it
sometimes.
like your mom has to be
Eldest
drinking
is literally
bone
fucking
broth.
6'4", and they're refugees.
6'5". Some might say 6'6".
Okay.
This guy's 6'7".
But when a race of people is in trouble like this, they start creating huge people.
Oh,
Like Eldest, you know.
Oh. His mom's womb knew that they were
Yeah.
under duress.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So they needed a big homunculus to
I'm the
protect
last.
them.
I'm the last hope for the future of Albania.
Were you always big and tall?
Yeah.
Do you have to get special pants? I always wondered
No.
if you're.
I mean, there's a big and tall store.
Of course.
Right.
There's
What do
a-
you mean? What do you think they do?
You have to go to like
You think between you and Eldest, he's the one who needs special clothing? You think he has a harder time finding his outfits?
You know what's crazy? I'm actually you don't even see the full outfit.
I believe it. Yeah,
There are other even shirts going on underneath this, and it's just for me.
I respect that.
There's a Mickey Mouse tie underneath.
I see the tie's peeking out, and I like
just
that.
for me. It's not for
Yeah.
you. It's not for you. It's not for you. It's for me.
When
to
did the
know.
dumb dressing start? When was the first time?
Oh, I
How
mean,
old were you?
Like 12.
12.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even I have memories of going through like my grandma. Do you guys hear my voice right now? By the way, do I sound amazing?
You sound raspy.
You sound
and
regular.
Sexy.
I know.
You sound regular to me. I'm not hard. Ben is, but go ahead.
I'm not fully hard. It's a free episode,
Give us a
dude.
percentage, dude.
You can't feel sexual towards me because that would
I
be
don't.
like
No, I
familial
don't.
incest.
No. I don't. I don't.
That's
at
how
all.
you feel about everyone, Sarah. You don't want any sexual attention from anyone.
No,
No,
I need
there
it
is none.
badly.
You need it.
Yes, badly.
And you've got 3 layers of Mickey Mouse.
because that's the
Guys,
challenge. You know what I'm saying?
I
You're-
see,
It's
I
like,
see.
what kind of mental gymnastics can I force people to do?
Right.
Because here's the thing, I'm gonna say this right now.
Please.
Under 4 shirts and a Mickey Mouse tie, one of the most amazing bodies you've ever seen. Pog status.
I don't know about
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
I don't know about
Big
that,
fat
pal.
legs.
No
Huge
chance.
ass.
No, stop.
Amazing happy trail. No tits. Hunchback. Spine out. It's incredible. You've seen it.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I really do have to say, I'm more attracted to Stav probably than I am to you.
Damn, dude.
Need to
I
go
guess
on.
it'd be hard, but I guess I'd pick Sarah. But I would have to really take the pros and cons list and figure it out.
Perfect face, hangnails on every finger, eyebrows that meet in the middle. I'm pivoting to supermodel after this.
I mean, they do sometimes make you look presentable when you have to play like a dumb bitch on SNL.
They blonde me up.
When you have to play like an HR manager, I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa.
And you go,
Hey, Sarah's a human being.
yeah, isn't that
She's
nice?
not a little gremlin.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
She's not a little gremlin that got loose in a community theater's wardrobe room.
I did, growing up, I did get a lot of my clothes from the theater.
You still get your clothes from like child Halloween websites and stuff.
Yes, this is true. And one of my favorite clown suits, Ruby, and I might be getting her in trouble for this. Ruby McAllister worked at a elementary school,
Yeah.
and she stole one of the like kids clown costumes from like the like rummaging around box for the like kids
Wow.
dress up.
Just for fun.
She stole one of those, yeah, just for fun box, and she stole one of those. It's one of my most worn clown suits. And see, that speaks to the power of my body. It can fit in a
Right.
lost and found child's.
That's true.
clown suit. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you that. You have a
Exactly.
child's body.
And you know, if a child was a pog,
If a child's body.
I do
You think you'd? I don't know.
I will support you in whatever you want.
I'll say this: I have typed Pog into a number of search bars.
Right.
Never has your body type come up.
Big fat legs.
Well, I would say big and fat.
We can't see because of all the stripes.
Yeah, that's true. You're wearing camouflage.
Yeah. I'd like
You're
to see
wearing
you guys
Bumblebee
SNLified.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? I'd be fucking hot.
Look.
Give me a little wig. Give me a fucking beautiful full head of hair.
Ben.
I mean,
Ben would be a real problem. Ben's a piece of ass. He also has your disease of dressing stupid to not be taken seriously by society.
I know, and
but
he's
ripped. Ben is
Under
jacked.
The suspenders, he's
super
ripped.
Ben is sexy,
Yeah.
dude.
Ben is
I
a
got
hot piece of
tired
ass. Absolutely.
I saw him without his shirt. I was like, what the fuck? Why is Ben so fucking cut? He's got abs and
Dude,
shit.
if Ben put on like a
Shredded.
suit and like got a hair like if we made him like, I mean, he doesn't need a hair transplant, but I'm saying if we gave him the substance, for example,
Right, for
Ben would be the best substance out of all of us, no questions asked.
No, because I think he would look weird with hair. I don't think
no.
He has the perfect little
I
head.
have a good head for being bald, but I do love to wear a wig.
You forget how much hair,
I have considered starting to wear wigs
you should.
for fun.
Like as a hat, if your head's cold.
Well, I used to teach like kids, and we would like we do film. So when they were
College.
young.
You're not
No, these were children.
Oh, really?
And we would put
College
on
is
wigs,
children.
and the kids
Yeah,
would
that's
always
true.
say, someone would always be like, "Oh my god, that looks so good." Like I would put on like a silly wig, they'd be like, "Oh my god, you should wear that."
I would think you would look creepy.
And like,
with
wouldn't it be weird if I just came in the next day wearing this? Just not.
There's the
Just trying
great
to pull it off.
that Tim Robinson sketch about how you've been wearing a wig and you want to go bald, and then they hire the gorilla to rip your hair out, or the
Oh, that's a really good idea.
yeah.
Don't you think the eyebrows speak for themselves?
Ben's?
Yes.
Look, he's a fucking sexy guy. I'm telling you. We all agree Ben's hot.
Ben's hot, Sarah's hot,
Sound off
Stav's
in the
hot,
comments.
Alex is hot.
Sound off in the comments. Which of the four of us would you guys like to fuck the most? We're doing, and here on December 9th, the beginning of holiday season, it's Objectify Stavvy's World month. All December. Talk about how you want to slurp us up. But yes, you with some hair and a fucking suit, an Oxford, tucked
Yeah.
into some khakis.
I mean, what was your hair before it was disappeared?
It wasn't good.
It was
It
never
was very
good.
fine and thin, and not like it was thinning. I mean, I started thinning very young, but it just like when I went bald, I was like, "This is liberating."
Yeah.
'Cause I
But
just
was
didn't.
it this color?
No. It was a little bit lighter than that.
See, that's so odd, isn't
It
it?
was kind of light
is.
brown. It was very wispy.
Sure. If I
But,
really
yeah.
grew my mustache out, I wonder what color it would be.
Blonde, probably.
No, I
I'm looking at it
have
right
one
now. Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. I see your facial hair. It's blonde.
It is
It's
blonde.
fine and blonde.
Oh, God. Terrible. I also have been growing like beard neck hairs. Sucks.
Folks, it's the holiday season. It's time to give gifts. And sure, you could do fun stuff. I'm sure Sarah has given her family whoopee cushions every year. But sometimes you need a nice, practical no-brainer, like a shaving set for someone who forgot No Shave November is over, right? I'm a little scruffy now. As soon as I get back to the hotel, I'm hitting my Harry's products. We're big fans of Harry's over here at Stavvy's World, whether it's their beautiful steel blades engineered in a German factory, whether it's their, I use their hair cream. Eldest uses their, what do you use, Eldest? What's your favorite thing?
The texturizing
The
putty.
texturizing putty. That's all, Eldest. I like the light hold. I got these beautiful, beautiful curls now. I need the light hold to tame my shit, but not looking too, not looking too gelled up. We love them here. We've been fans. We've been using the product for years. We're stoked to have them as sponsors on Stavvy's World. It just feels right in your hand. The razor handle is weighted and finished with no slip grip for a secure hold. I hate when the shit slips out of my hand. I cut my fucking beautiful cheeks. Not with Harry's. Richly lathering, skin softening body wash. You can smell like redwood, wildland, stone, whatever you want. Their deodorant's beautiful. For just $5 you gotta get Harry's. Shave your shit up, style your hair up, rub the deodorant on your stinking pits. It'll make you smell gorgeous. We love them, you'll love them too. Get Harry's Holiday Craft Set, a custom green gift box, and freehand engraving when you go to harrys.com/Stavvy. That's harrys.com/Stavvy for Harry's Holiday Craft Set.
What do you remember the first like outfit you were like where you're stunting on them?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
What was it?
Middle school theater closet. I was rummaging through it. Found a sequin jacket that was like identical to a sequin jacket, like an 80s sequin old lady jacket that was identical to Grandma Yetta's sequin jacket from The Nanny.
Oh,
who was
she
Fran's
was awesome.
grandma.
Yes. Was that her mom?
No, her mom. I can't remember her
Oh
mom.
yes, I remember when the grandma would pop up. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I
and
love
I had
The Nanny.
Ooh, I felt. Me pulling up to middle school like.
That must have felt fucking awesome.
I felt amazing.
And you could just wear any dumb bullshit you wanted at your school.
Fucking yeah. A bunch of what are the bunch of little
Long
Jews
Island,
gonna do to
yeah.
me?
No, true. Yeah, we had school uniforms in Baltimore City because people were getting stabbed for like nice clothes.
Boy.
So they're like, all right, everybody wears navy polos, navy polos and khakis. You couldn't dress cool, which actually was good for me because I didn't know what to. I couldn't be cool. I was just like.
It forced you to focus on the personality.
That's a good way to look at it. But then we had to do after, like when it was like, hey, come to my party. I was like,
Oh,
what do
you
I
didn't know what to show them.
Didn't know what to show them. It was tough. It delayed my ability to, find my iconic Hawaiian shirts and tracksuit styling.
Right. And now you wear shorts that I thought, by the way, when I walked in, were underwear. I thought you were wearing big underwear when I came in.
I'm not a big underwear. I'm a little underwear guy, big shorts guy.
Interesting.
Or if I do like a small inseam as well, show the thighs off.
Of course.
Well,
those are, and you were a pug as well.
I am. Yeah, I actually do have I have a thick bottom, absolutely.
Pag, fat ass Greek girl.
Not bad.
It might be early, but you guys are. I'm coming out with like great things coming out of my mouth.
You are doing good. Maybe you're a morning person.
No,
Maybe you need to quit your job and get a morning radio show.
Do you do radio shows anymore? No, right? No. You know that my ticket sales are requiring me to be doing that.
Yeah.
I did. Did you ever do the club in Phoenix? The what?
Yeah, Stand Up Live. Yeah.
Did you ever do the radio show
No,
for that one?
I don't
So
believe I
it's
did.
like Phoenix, like 6 a.m, whatever.
Awesome.
And I walk into this. You're all dehydrated because
Of
it's
course,
like
you feel
Arizona.
like shit.
It's like
It's also
bright
way too
out,
early.
Way too early. And I get there and they're like, Sarah Squirm! Like the second I get there, like, Sarah Squirm, you're gross. Watch this video of this guy getting decapitated when his head gets caught between a bus and a lamppost. And I was like, whoa! Oh my God! Good morning.
Well, you don't strike me as a person. You don't like death videos though, right? You're more of like a pimple popper.
Yeah, I like
shitting,
creative
maybe?
gore that's
Sure.
not real.
Yeah.
I don't like when people get hurt. It's upsetting. Except if you're like Steve-O, that's fun. But
Yeah. If you're doing it on purpose.
no, I didn't need to see a homeless guy's head pop off like a
And
champagne
then
cork.
have to riff on it. Without cursing for 7 minutes.
I don't even think I said anything. I think my mouth was agape while they were all like, Sarah Squirm. But seriously, I love those guys. They're
That's
awesome.
nice that they called you Sarah Squirm and not your real name.
They didn't know they didn't know.
Sure.
What do you guys call me by my real name?
I mean, I just call you
don't.
Sarah.
What do you say?
I mean, if I say your full name, I say Sarah Squirm because
Right.
that's how I knew you originally.
But to address me, you say Sarah.
Sarah.
Do you call me anything? I call him Benno Bald Guy.
Benno Bald Guy.
Which
not
really
bad.
threw me off because you guys had a different name for him.
Benny Butt Cheeks.
Yeah.
But he's Benno Bald Guy.
He is to you, but he used to be Mr. Penis, of course.
Yeah.
And then he was Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah.
Wait,
that
what
one
was
stuck.
Mr. Penis?
He just kind of feels. I mean, if you look at Ben, he is like he's like
He's a penis.
a walking penis with that
Yeah,
round, smooth
essentially.
head.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you seen his?
Have you seen his prick?
Yeah.
I've seen outlines. It's probably nice.
Okay.
I haven't seen the whole thing, but I can tell you he's probably packing.
You've seen his
Yeah.
millions of times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Every time I'm on the pod, I mention this, but I've seen it more than past lovers' privates.
When we shared the garage, of course.
Yeah. Did you did you sneak a peek?
No, but he was. I
often will warn the room that I'm.
Yeah, because when you guys were sharing the garage, you were probably editing the calendar of that year.
Course.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this garage, this is a real creative powerhouse,
Yeah,
huh?
It had
this
a
was,
name.
what was it for? How many years ago?
What was the name of it?
Gungler's Garage.
Gungler's Garage.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Well, I just confused it with something from Baltimore called Gunky's Basement. But yeah, it was Gungler's Garage.
What was in Gunky's basement?
Gunky's Basement was a film series that Dan used to do.
Of course, how could you be so stupid?
dumbass.
So
No,
dumb.
Gungler's Garage was
Gungler's.
it was based on an idea for a movie that doesn't exist and will never
Okay.
exist.
What was
And
the
to
movie
explain what the
idea?
Gungler is,
The
we
Gungler
don't-
was like a horror
Yeah, it
villain
doesn't
type
really-
thing.
we can't even explain it to you
It doesn't
because
really
matter,
people would
honestly.
then it's going to be like $1 million movie franchise.
see, I see.
But it's called the Gungler, and that's what we named the.
But we
garage
wrote
after.
down the idea and we mailed it to ourselves so nobody can steal it.
I do have one piece of paper that explains what the Gungler is.
You have it?
I have it.
Wow.
It's too
like the
powerful to
Rosetta
show.
Stone for the
Yeah.
Dungler.
Yes.
It explains everything. And just to give people context, because I think we're speaking about things that we all know.
Right.
But maybe the listener has no fucking clue.
I don't really care about
Years
them.
ago, well, I'm the host here,
Right, okay, sure.
I have to rein you in.
Sure.
Years ago, not even years ago, maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah,
That's years.
2020,
That's years.
when the
Pre-pandemic.
after the pandemic.
Oh, it was after pandemic.
No, it was pre. It was during.
It was
That-
right
I
in the
got my
heart.
first vaccine and then
was
went to the
during.
garage and
That's what I'm
passed
saying.
out
So
underneath
2019
the desk.
probably is when it started.
No, it was you started using my studio during
My
the pandemic because
studio.
I didn't
See the
move
way he talks to me.
because I moved into that house during the pandemic and I specifically got a huge garage because I needed to have. like,
Okay,
a
so in
studio.
2020,
Doesn't
Mr.
matter.
Cheeks lived in LA.
Yeah.
You still do. You're
Yeah.
back. You're a nomad right now. You're living in New York
Oh, yeah.
City
So
for
cool.
now. And Sarah had moved from Chicago to LA to
Yes.
make
Thank
it
you and thank you.
to
Yes,
make
this
it
is
big in
true.
Hollywood.
Yes.
And you were and Ben had an extra garage and he invited his pals.
Yes.
And you had previously tour managed one of Sarah's tours.
Yeah.
That's how you guys met.
We met. Well, we met because my group Wham City Comedy would come through Chicago. And I believe
Yes.
you made our flyer one year,
Ah,
and I met you at the merch table.
wow.
And I made listen, not to toot.
Please.
Made a pretty good flyer.
It was a
You
sick
do make
flyer.
good
the flyer was
flyers.
so good.
Have you thought about quitting
many times.
national television
You
and
said- were
becoming
you
a
about to
graphic
say-
designer?
Were you about to say Broadway?
No, broadcast television.
That was what I was doing before that.
You were a graphic designer.
No, I was just like scamming people into paying me to do like
Mm-hmm. Oh,
images.
No, that's good.
I wouldn't say graphic designer.
You were. What the
What do I
fuck?
look like? What? Because I'm wearing glasses.
You were like
You're
an
saying I'm a
illustrator.
gra-
Because you were
'cause I live in
designing.
Brooklyn,
Because you were
you're saying I'm a graphic
designing
designer.
fucking graphics. Relax.
I-
You want to not be on fucking NBC so bad. You want to be a fucking cool, fucking bore person so bad. You're in the machine, bitch. Just accept it. You used to be a graphic designer, and now you get money from GE. Okay?
I like being on SNL, and thank you. Thank you, Peacock.
The chip just fucking kicked in. Tell us, Sarah, what's Domingo like in real life?
He is one of the most hilarious sketch comedy characters.
Is he cool in person? And by the way, not the
Not
comedian
Marcelo.
who we know and is a cool guy. I mean Domingo.
Domingo is property of NBC Corporation.
We can't even discuss
and
him.
he is-
Oh shit! Elsa just got an email. We're being served for mentioning Domingo as a fake
I
entity.
hear the helicopter and I have to go. I hear the rope ladder being lowered outside the window.
Oh, fuck! You hear boots on the fucking. We are on the. Well, I won't say where we are. Anyway, so that's a little background. You guys go back from then, and
Yeah.
so we're now. That's what Gungler's Garage
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
is the place before before we had just moved from Chicago to LA.
Yes.
And Ben had creative space, and you rented out a little desk in Ben's fucking.
Yep.
It was some of the
in
most-
Ben's incubator.
It was some of the most magical memories of my life. Do you guys do the thing where you can insert a photo right here?
We can if you want.
Okay, insert a photo right here. Painted a gorgeous mural in there.
You did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Took weeks, months.
Yeah.
And that's also how I sort of knew who you were through Ben, and you were just kind of like this loose entity of the strange woman who rented a desk in his garage.
Yep.
And that's I would say sort of the beginning of our friendship because
I would say so.
Ben was so Ben was so important in both of our lives that just by him spending time with both of us, we just sort of became friends.
I felt instantly close to you.
You were very prolific too. You were doing a lot of shows and putting out a lot of stuff.
But he wouldn't. He doesn't look at that crap. What is he gonna click? What is he?
You'd
He's
be
not gonna.
surprised.
Him clicking on a YouTube link of me
Or-
popping
Probably not. I'd
pimples?
seen some video. I'd seen some stuff. I thought it was cool, but yes, I'm not watching
I'm not
the
laughing.
whole
You weren't
thing.
laughing.
Yeah, no, it was funny.
We were
but
both actually kind of like in the like end of the Adult Swim era together, trying to get like late night shit and television shows there, and
Didn't work out for me.
yeah, me neither.
Well, Ben is now my employee, so
Yeah.
it didn't work out for him.
So you can
either.
tell that things have gone really well for me.
You guys would be on the phone all day and night in that garage.
We would chat a lot.
Yeah.
and I would feel like I was part of the famiglia
That is
just by
true.
being close.
That's true, and you would put it on. Yeah, that's true. You'd be on speak. Probably the first time we ever spoke was on speakerphone through Ben.
Yes.
Yeah, just
That's an intimacy none of you at home could ever
No,
understand.
that is
so
true.
You know, it's like Stav and I talk every day, and then also Stav will just call me at 3 p.m. just to talk, and we'll talk for an hour and a half.
It's called being boys.
It was awesome. It's awesome.
It's called being boys. Yeah, it is fucked up how like I truly, me and Eldis, we've talked about this. We've spent so much time together, and it's like we'll still just sometimes call each other to chat. And it's fucking crazy.
Let's say something extremely important for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Long phone calls with your friends
Yes.
probably extends your life by like decades.
I actually think that's true, and I think this is gonna age me for the rest of my life. I am not a FaceTime guy. I am a phone call guy, and
Me too.
nobody likes that. People are either texting only
Right.
or they're FaceTime people.
Right.
No one on earth is a just phone call. You know, women I've dated, there might be a bit of a generation gap. Find it very strange that I call them on the phone. You know what I mean? They like it, but at first they're like confused when they get the first phone call. They're like, "What the? Was this on purpose?"
Did you mean to call your lawyer or whatever? Yeah. Me and I'll walk around. I'm not going to say the neighborhood I live in, but
Yep.
of course it's for millionaires and
Yeah,
billionaires.
Tribeca, right next to Robert De
I
Niro.
live in the Empire State Building. I'll like
top.
walk around the park near my house, scream talking shit to Ruby
Yep.
for 9 hours straight.
Love that.
And then someone will be like, "Oh my god, I saw you in the park the other day, but you were on the phone." And I was like, "So everyone can hear everything I'm saying
Yeah,
constantly."
yeah.
You're never saying.
Everyone knows about the
Yeah.
boil on your ass or whatever you were discussing.
I did think I had a staph infection because I had a pimple on my ass so big that it hurt when I sat down. And then Jack Bensinger was like, he knows that I can be like a paranoiac or whatever. And so he was like, it could be a staph infection. And of course, then like right now I'm convinced that I have a blood infection because my infected hangnail.
A blood infection.
Yeah, because it's infected and it's going to travel to my brain.
I get infected hangnails all the time, and I'm one of the smartest people on earth.
It's because we're so smart. We have so many ideas percolating in our head that we're like picking as an idle
Yeah.
activity because we're like buzzing.
So
with
true.
creativity.
I have so many fucking awesome ideas. I won't get into them, but I have them. But I'm a biter. That happens.
Don't.
You got to throw a little fucking, what's the fucking antibiotic? cream?
Neosporin.
Got to throw some Neosporin on that bitch.
You know what? I've been waking up in the morning, and this is interesting, with bloody
Please.
scratches all over my legs.
That's ghost. You're haunted. Yes.
My therapist says it's like night terrors and scratching.
No, it's an entity.
Oh, that would be interesting.
What do you think they're from? Do you have a pet?
Night terrors.
Oh, you scratch yourself.
With night terrors.
Wow. That's
And
fucked
maybe
up.
like I'm itchy or something.
Yeah, it could be.
But you think my body is possessed?
I think that's
it's
one
in the home.
very good sign of possession.
Is
Waking up with scratches on your body.
Right.
interesting. What are some other?
Classic
Head
sign.
turning 360 all the way
Well, that's
around.
too on the nose. But what are some?
Well, I don't want to say, but getting
Dressing-
creeped out by a crucifix. Jewish. So starting to pile up.
It is,
that's true, that's
two extremely strong bullet points.
Have
in the
you guys
case.
ever had a haunting?
I've never experienced. I mean, I've been creeped out.
Yeah.
I've been creeped out, but I've
I've
never.
been scared, but I've never seen anything.
I've seen Ben in a wig.
I've
Yeah.
ran up the stairs in the dark.
See if you can pull up while we're talking. See if you can pull up a picture of Ben in a wig. It is awesome. But in New Orleans, I felt And I don't know if that's because
Oh,
I don't know if that's because Ben O'Brien with hair. Not enough people know who the fuck
Ben O'Brien hairstylist. I mean, that's an oxymoron.
There's a lot of Ben O'Briens in the world, and
That is true. God,
Oh,
good
look how
luck.
many. It says Ben O'Brien actor, Ben O'Brien comedian, Ben
There he
O'Brien.
is.
I'm on Wikipedia because a
He's on-
psychopath put me on there.
It's okay. You're allowed to have one.
No, but I'm just saying a psychopath.
Creative
put me on there.
development, Ben O'Brien. Let's
Wow.
go.
Do you have any pictures?
Oh,
This
there
is
will
Ben's
be. Yes, there
website.
will be actually. If you
No.
search "Cry of Man,"
There we go.
Wait, you have hair in that when you were.
no,
in
I just have a fake beard in that one.
Anyway, what was I just discussing?
New Orleans.
Oh yeah, there is.
Goes right back to my website. Hilarious.
Oh yeah, there he is in here.
Ben.
Yeah, and that's
Oh
not
my
even a
God.
good wig.
God.
He didn't even know it was you. There's one where you have a blonde wig. That
Oh my
looks
God,
awesome.
Ben. You look like Italian. dare I say.
Ben, you got to get plugs.
The company will pay for plugs.
All right.
Can you get plugs if you're going from nothing? Like he has. I
think so.
I do feel like
so.
a very proud bald
Yeah.
Yeah,
bald
that's
person,
true.
and I like to kind
That's
of
true.
try to act as kind of an inspirational story for other bald
That's true.
people.
Why, if you're bald, are you only bald on your head and not everywhere else?
Great question. I mean,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
think
You only have hair in your
alopecia? You
head.
think everyone should have alopecia?
Like like you go bald, but do your
pubes?
bald?
No.
Do you have a
No.
receding pube
There-
line?
No.
I think there's something about the head that's special. But you're right. That is cruel. That
Right.
it would just be the hair that you see.
Right.
Why is there no pube baldness?
Right.
That might even be nice.
But,
Less
yeah.
upkeep.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
This is ties back to the haunting conversation.
Yes, and let's get back to that.
No, please.
I do
let's
want
do it.
to.
I have way more gray pubes than I do have gray hairs on my head.
Interesting.
Like the ratio was off, and it made me feel like my vagina was haunted.
Ooh.
Because Kesha said that hers was.
Okay, that's 3.
What did Kesha say?
She said that her vagina was haunted or something.
Interesting.
And so then I was kind of like, oh, is that what's going on with me? Like,
Could be.
You know what they say? One sign is maybe. 2, probably.
You're getting warm.
3,
Definite.
for sure.
So you think gray pussy hair
Gray
is
pubes,
Jewish?
avoidant
and-
of the Christian cross and the ideology,
Right.
and waking up
and
with scratches.
I know.
She's definitely demonic.
Oh yeah.
Have you come across any hauntings? Have you ever anything other than
Have
the
you come across
scratches?
any hauntings?
No, but sometimes my dreams do telegraph the future.
What?
Sarah is an empath.
Yeah.
But you don't actually think you've seen the future in your dreams, do you?
No, but
Like, give us an example.
like I dreamt that I had $20 in a pocket of a coat, and then no. You know what? No.
You found 20
Guess
bucks?
what? I'm not putting myself in this position. I'm not letting.
I think we can know what happened.
I'm not putting my unconscious on the humiliation block for all y'all.
Some things are special. Your
Yeah.
fucking telepathic abilities are just for you.
Or just listen.
I 100% believe in your telepathic abilities. I just want that to be known.
I don't.
And thank you for this.
I don't.
Well, because he knows my chart.
Yeah.
Say
Oh, here we go.
Say it.
This
I don't
isn't
wanna-
the cheek zone. This is
Similar
not
to
a
how
cheek
you
zone.
didn't want to talk about. We'll keep that
Right.
special Patreon only.
just- listen, according
Come
to
back
my-
to the cheek zone. We can go through your chart, and we can talk about we'll talk about your telepathic abilities behind the paywall.
We got to keep it contained.
We won't
Nothing
clip it.
sacred.
We got to keep it contained.
There's nothing sacred
No,
to
I
you
respect
people.
that. I respect that stuff.
And I've been having a recurring nightmare that I am pooping in a prop toilet.
That's an Arrested Development joke. Yeah. What's his name? Toby. Toby? Or who is
Job?
it? No, David Cross's character.
Oh yeah.
sure.
Tobias.
Tobias.
He poops in a fake
He's
toilet?
pooping in a fake toilet. And then
Isn't
he
that
goes to
also-
flush it and it doesn't flush.
That's awesome. Isn't that also? Didn't they do that as a sketch in Jackass, where they
Oh,
shit? They shit
Dave
at a
England
hardware
shits in the
store?
hippo hardware toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, mine is like I shit in the prop toilet on the set on like in the studio floor of SNL. It's like the main stage.
Sure.
There's a prop toilet in there. I shit in it, and everybody's like, "Dude, you knew that
You've
it's
been
not
here
real."
for years. You know it's not real.
And I'm just saying, like, I don't know how this happened.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what the. I blacked out. I was shitting, and it was too late when I came to. The shit was already in the toilet. I'm so sorry.
It's happening a lot lately. It's really recurring.
What do you think that's about?
I think it's about. I mean, you want me? Again, is nothing sacred? But
Oh, we can keep it for the paywall.
No, I'll say it. Because that's like anal expression. So it's like I've been doing stuff on that stage on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you feel like the shame and embarrassment afterwards about putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
So I've been putting
It's a metaphor for your work.
Yes.
Is dog shit.
Yes.
Or I guess human shit.
But
Yes.
being seen, it's your shit being seen by others.
Yeah, it's just
And then
what's
being like,
more
ugh.
vulnerable than people looking at your shit?
That's true.
My God, I would
Maybe
never.
your hole directly, but other than that.
There's something more. I guess
rather
I'd show you a picture of my poop before I show you my hole, which is barely a hole, by the way, at this point.
More bragging.
Yeah.
It's a little hole. We get it.
No. There's so many hemorrhoids, I wouldn't even call it like a hole.
Those are like stalactites and stalagmites.
Exactly. It's a cave
cave.
opening. Yeah. Thank you.
You know, life is full of funny little occurrences, such as the people we love most are often the hardest to shop for. Luckily, there's one gift that everyone on your list is sure to enjoy: an Aura digital picture frame. Named #1 by Wirecutter, Aura Frames makes it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give an Aura frame as a gift, you can personalize and preload it with a thoughtful message and photo using the Aura app, making it an ideal present for long-distance loved ones. It's a gift so special, they'll use it every day. My mother's got one. I gave her, my grandma's got one. I loaded it up with her, me, my brothers, my cousin, fun vacations we've been on. But, maybe you're in an unconventional situation. Maybe you're in a polycule. You can give one to each one of your partners and, do pictures of guys that you watched fuck your wife for old time's sake. Whatever traditional, non-traditional situation you're in, Aura Frames is perfect for you. We're going to do you a real big favor. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code Stavvy at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code Stavvy, Stavvy. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. You're gonna love this gift. It's a knockout.
Actually, we've had a lot of shit problems in the garage.
Oh yeah, because
that little toilet.
Because there was
I remember that little toilet.
There was a weird, you had to crawl under the house to get to this weird toilet that we weren't supposed to be
That it was also
using.
technically your neighbor's property.
It was our landlord's area. She didn't want us using it, but we were like, we're gonna go upstairs every time. It was really annoying.
And we basically you had to crawl on your hands and knees to go.
I remember.
And it was
I
walk
pissed in
through
that
dirt
toilet.
floors and stuff and go in there, and it was
Yeah, it
weird.
felt
But remember
like a hobo's toilet.
Oh fuck yes.
What happened?
Do you know that coffee replacement called?
Not really though.
I was trying to get
that
off
mushroom shit.
Yeah, I think it's called. No free, whatever. But fuck
Spit
that.
out lion's mane mushrooms. Or
Yeah,
some
it's
shit.
like mushrooms and whatever and chocolate. And I was
chocolate,
like cocoa,
Cocoa.
I was trying to get off caffeine and trying to use that, but it has chai powder in it, and for some people, apparently me as well, it gives you incredible diarrhea.
Oh no!
And I fully shit my pants. Sitting at the
emptied your bowels.
Yeah, fully. And I just
He was sitting at his desk. It wasn't even like, I'm on the train and I have to go shit.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
You're just typing, and you're like, huh?
Everything fully released. And then I went and then I took care of it. And then I just kind of casually walked upstairs through everything in the washer and dryer, and it just was like,
and then he texted me, don't come to the garage today. I shit.
I shit in the garage.
I can't, what would have happened if I was just out of the house?
Insane,
it was crazy. I always carry
You're on the bus.
I carry a bag with me now, it's in my trunk.
Your shit
of
bag?
a full change of clothes.
Yeah. I mean, that's insane.
Because once it happens once, you're like,
you had no warning
that could happen to me as an
whatsoever.
adult now.
There are people who I've met in my life.
No
Every
warning.
time I shit, it's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
I have met people who are like, they're like, I can't shit out of the house. And I'm like, I can't even imagine a reality in which that is true. For me.
Right. Like there's been so many moments where you're like, yeah, of course I'd love to be in my home toilet, but I get hit with something unstoppable that needs to be addressed. In the closest, what's the closest hole someone's dug into the ground? I will be squatting over it and taking care of business.
Can you imagine like holding a shit? I don't even think that would be physically possible.
I know what you mean. I've weirdly been able to do it recently, and it's because I started like, I don't know. It's all mental. Like I've like.
Apparently.
I don't know what, but I think it's only in specific circumstances for me because like it's happened when like I've been on stage and I've been like. Yeah. Really had to shit, and then it just like disappears. And the second I'm like, all right, good night, everyone. It's like, and I'm like fucking shoving Elvis past. I'm like, get the fucking toilet, and I'm just shitting so fast. And the same things happen. Like I never thought I would fucking act, and so I never. But it's the same. Your brain does the same shit where it's like. If I have, like and there's so many snacks on a set,
I know.
and they bring you like they bring you so many fucking, there's like, a fucked up cheesy breakfast burrito. Yeah. I'll smash that. I'll have 4 Uncrustables. Yeah. I'll have a fucking couple iced coffees. And then I'll be like, well, in any other universe, I am shitting in 12 minutes from now. But this has happened on tires multiple times where I have eaten and there's a Wawa and a Wendy's right by where we shoot. I've supplemented some of our lunches there. No. I have put disgusting things in my body that normally would trigger the biggest shit avalanches of all time. And I've been constantly worried. Hasn't happened. And then the same thing happens. The second we get to like where the trailers are, I take one of the most fucked up shits in the universe in a little ass trailer. Like and my thighs, dry toilets. They're dry. They're that dry. Is not, like, it's
there's
tough.
No water neutralization.
It's the best. It's like the best porta potty toilet. But it's a personal porta potty toilet, so you can handle that. I can handle that, but it is atrocious stuff.
I have had to like. And this is a little peek behind the actors.
Yeah,
this is Hollywood.
I'm basically James Lipton.
Yeah.
So where have you shit the most, Sarah?
You do a thing where if you have to shit on a set, you're mic'd. So you say 10-1, that's peeing, or 10-2, that's pooping, or 10-3. Who knows?
Jacking off.
Nutting. Yeah. And I have like literally just started unannounced sprinting off of a set, screaming into my shirt mic, 10-2, 10-2. Otherwise, then they'd be listening.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care at all about being mic'd. That's such a good point. People have heard me shit. People have heard me piss.
I personally don't.
I think you do.
I want to say something, but it's.
You don't have to say it.
It'll be.
What is it?
I did a show where we had earpieces in.
And you could hear other people's shit?
I heard someone pee. And I am still kind of... I'm pretty sure they heard me take a rancid diarrhea.
Oh. Now, when you heard them pee, could you hear them go like...
I could hear...
Or was it just the stream?
I heard like really pleasant, like, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. And so I was like, I wasn't going to say anything to the sound guy, like, hey, turn this person's mic off, whatever. Yeah. And then kind of like I were talking in the bathroom really pleasantly. Gotcha. And then, so I was totally like,
so basically what I'm trying to figure out is, it was you. They heard your grunts. It wasn't just the shit hitting the bowl. They heard like They heard that stuff. That's so much worse than the splash of the shit.
I shit like a fucking pro. I can shit like
you're in there like an assassin. You take diarrhea the way John Wick kills a henchman. It's just like silencer, no one knows. It's straight over before. Straight to the head. Yeah. It's not like a passionate, like most people when they have diarrhea, it's a problem. They're like, oh, but for you, you've been there before.
I know, what is this? A day that ends in Y?
You need to get a little more fiber in your diet, buddy. That's what it sounds like.
You gotta say what fiber. Oh, Sarah, have a less stressful drink. It's Judaism. It's a disease. It's not.
It's just who you are.
That's just what I am. It's nothing you could do is going to change. You don't think I've been down this?
I don't think you really have, honestly. I actually don't. I think you've accepted it. I think you've accepted that you're a person that must live with diarrhea,
I've had-
and you haven't really taken true steps to fix it.
I have had tubes shoved down my throat.
Oh, wow.
Tubes shoved up my ass. I'm in psychoanalysis 3 times a week.
Which is too much, by the way. One will cut it. Of
course.
Whatever they're doing, those extra 2 sessions.
working.
It's definitely not working.
But I'm figuring out that the toilet thing is, a symbol for something
That's
else.
good. That's good. You could have figured that on
pipe up?
whatdomydreamsmean.com.
I'm just listening.
3 a
okay?
week is fucking
I'm
nuts. And
sitting
I
my
believe
ass
in
down and
therapy.
listening.
Right.
We talked about this last time, I think.
know, it's whatever.
Where I told
Who
you to stop
cares?
doing it 3 times a week.
Oh, I have a different therapist, I think, though.
Oh, cool.
This therapist, so the first 2 are the same therapist, and then the third one is a new therapist to kind of talk about the sessions with
Right.
the other therapist.
Right. That's why you guys have me on annually.
Yeah.
3 is self-indulgent. 3 a week?
Well, because it's my week off.
Oh,
When I'm working, it's 2.
Okay.
Come on, what am I
Dude,
crazy?
but 3
You're
feels
doing
like,
one of the most stressful TV shows in the
That's
history of
why
time.
you have to go to therapy.
Twice, though? You have time?
Girl.
You have fucking time?
Does he want to hear about it on the phone? No.
Yeah, he
that's why I
kinda
pay a
does.
guy
Sure.
with a
Yeah, he
beard
does.
who's in love with me, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Sure.
sure that's how he feels.
you know the whole thing with therapists, right? It's
They are
like,
in love with They are in love
well,
with me.
once you develop your dynamic with the therapist,
Right.
that's actually the thing you have to work through. And
No, we're good.
with the therapist.
We're good.
Because that's actually your like
No, we're
way
good.
that you project, and it's
Oh,
your mechanism.
interesting.
Like
So
represents
you
your
think everyone's
psychology.
in love with you?
Of course. I told you, I'm a pog.
What was you mentioned Judaism. What was your bar mitzvah? What was your bat mitzvah look? Did you get to go crazy on that?
It
or
was
no?
April Fool's Day, of course.
Oh,
so my theme
wow.
was being hilarious. And
You had an April Fool's Day bat mitzvah? Incredible. Did everybody have to sit on whoopee cushions?
the invitations were snakes in a can that I delivered to their house.
That's actually
Wow.
awesome.
It's awesome. Except if you were
Wow.
old, we didn't want to give anyone a heart attack.
Of course.
And then, during the bat mitzvah service, you get up on the stage and you're like, whatever. And I was like, fucking.
You were crushing.
You were doing a
You were
roast.
roasting everyone.
They had to there's a part of it because I went to a conservative synagogue and they do all this shit. It's a 12-hour service, so I was like, gotta give them a show.
Gotta liven this up.
And they're
So this is during the service, not afterwards.
no, this is in the conservative synagogue temple.
You're in the little pulpit reading
Yeah.
reading from the book or
Yeah,
whatever.
and you get and I just remember they go the sisterhood of Jerusalem would like to present you with these candlesticks, blah blah, and I go, yeah, just what I always wanted. My mom's in the car going,
That's awesome.
fucking nailed it.
Did he get a laugh?
Dude, I destroyed. I crushed.
You've been chasing that ever since,
Oh
huh?
my god, 100,
Yeah,
100 billion%.
That's a great one. I have to give you. That's insane. You're 13 and you had that idea of presentation.
Dude.
The snakes in the can.
Dude.
What about the outfit? Did you mention that?
Betsy Johnson, head to fucking toe.
Love that.
Shoes match the belt. Little tiny Jufro. Braces with the rubber bands matching my motherfucking
Hell yeah.
dress. Yo. My party was a karaoke party. I sang
that.
Roxanne by the Police because I was like, dude,
Yeah.
it's about a prostitute.
Yeah,
I'm so fucking cool.
edgy and cool.
Dude, I rocked that shit.
That's awesome.
Fucking Nunya. Nunya could be friends with me when I was 13.
Yeah, right.
I was a beast.
Yeah, right.
Come
you don't think I
on.
went to a couple bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs?
Did you tear it up like I did? Come on.
I was honestly, I was like, this is fucking. I was in awe of what a great scam it was. Because my friends made so much money,
Yeah.
and the spread was great. I was comparing it to and I was like, what? And because Greek people, basically, it's a baptism essentially.
Right.
You guys just get your baptism later
When you
And I
get to experience
When you get to actually experience it, and I was like, because I was going to a bunch of baptisms. I was like, I like these. These are fun, but they would have been so much more fun if I was like my own baptism. I didn't get the fucking, and the spread was great. I remember every bar mitzvah I went to, it was like they went all the fuck out. It was fucking, because it is it's kind of like a parent dick measuring contest.
Right.
You can't. It's so you get I remember there's fucking a carving station with filet mignon and the fucking, we were in the nicest place I'd ever been. They were renting out these great halls and stuff like that, and I was like, These motherfuckers.
Dude, Leonard's
motherfuckers know what
Villa
they're doing.
Palazzo on Northern
The
Boulevard
Palazzo.
in Great Neck was home to the most amazing bar mitzvahs you've ever seen, and it is it's like,
Wow, Northern Boulevard. It runs all the way to Astoria.
yes, man.
The
We
same
could
Northern
go
Boulevard.
visit my parents.
We
right
could take it right now. I
We
got
could take
the-
it right.
I
It's
got
a
a fucking
Long
call.
Island.
Yeah.
It's a Long Island.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'd been to so many bar mitzvahs at Leonard's that it's like gold, gaudy staircases,
Of
big
course.
giant chandeliers that you could see from the street from
Mm-hmm.
Northern Boulevard, of course. And I'm like, when I was watching Sopranos. And I go, I recognize that fucking chandelier anywhere at Johnny Sachs'
Wow.
daughter's wedding.
Johnny Sachs' daughter's wedding was where you had your bar mitzvah?
Not my bar mitzvah,
yours.
but where I had been to. I
You
didn't
had
get bar
been-
mitzvah under a big chandelier. I will say
Gotcha.
that my parents had, a little
They were
classy.
too. I see. But you had been to other
Millions,
yeah.
billions, and I recognize those chandeliers fucking anywhere. Yep, that Johnny Sachs' daughter's wedding.
I remember that. That's a classy joint.
It's a classy joint.
Shit, we got
Carpet everywhere.
How far? Google just so actually. I would like to know how far away we are from it. Whether we can host an event there
At Leonard's?
at Leonard's Palazzo. How far is it from Astoria, Queens?
There we go. Wedding
Great
venue.
Neck.
555 North. Oh my God, I couldn't even say the number. Help.
It's okay. You're doing
So
fine.
what's Celsius
Just go
does
hit
to a
directions,
brain.
bro. Yeah.
And now put in the exact address of where we are.
Just put Astoria, Queens, man.
Oh, so they know where you live.
They know it's Astoria. Oh, dude, a
come on.
half
Dude,
hour.
We're there.
Wow.
We're basically there, dude. We gotta do something at
And
Leonard's
look, that
Palazzo.
hospital is where I was born. Well, don't tell them.
What does it matter?
They're gonna
Were they gonna find your records? We can bleep it out. I don't give a fuck.
They found out I was born. Wait, go check out. Let me show you. You can see.
Yeah, you didn't fucking hatch from an egg.
Yeah. You can see if you look at the picture of the building. You can see what I'm talking about. Seeing the chandelier from the street. If you go to
just
the
Street
exterior,
View,
or even just the Google image of the
No,
building. Oh shit.
fuck,
okay.
you're blowing it. It's over. It's over, Eldis. Cut your losses. Keep it moving. Get out of the screen. Leonard's Palazzo.
Mm-hmm.
And was Leonard a Jewish man who liked Italian culture?
I don't
Because
know.
Leonard feels like a Jewish name, but Palazzo
Yeah, right.
is obviously,
Whoever he is, he's the biggest celebrity to me in the world.
That's just like covering all the Long Island bases
That's
right
true.
there.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
Folks, the days are getting shorter. It's getting cold. It's the holidays. Things are getting tough. All right? It's a little harder. Your to-do list ain't shrinking just because the sunlight is. Power through your busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor has easy nutrition options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. I'm pumped for this. I've been traveling so much. I've been leaning on Factor, but I've been forgetting them at my place sometimes. I can't wait to finally be back home. I'm going to be crushing some of these Factor meals in Baltimore to try and get me back on track. I may have swayed a little bit, okay? But when I'm done shooting tires, I'm done traveling to promote Let's Start a Cult, and I'm ready to set up shop in Baltimore for the holidays and through January before my tour starts, and I'm going to be crushing these Factor meals. These are great. They're chef prepared and dietitian approved. You're going to love not only how Factor meals taste, but also how they support your goals. You can get, you want to avoid meat, you want to have calorie restrictions, whatever it is, they got it. There's no sacrifice in quality for convenience with Factor. The weekly meals offer ways to treat yourself to a restaurant-like meal experience with gourmet plus dishes that feature premium proteins and seasonal sides. I mean, what are we talking here? Stay on your A game with these quality ingredients. Use your time more efficiently. So important during these dark months. Let Factor take shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleaning up off your daily list of things to do. Head to factormeals.com/50 Stavvy and use code 50Stavvy to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code 50Stavvy, 50STAVVY at factormeals.com/50Stavvy to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping while your subscription is active.
What was since it is, of course, as we all know, December 9th, what were some like holiday traditions? Because if you said you're conservative Jewish background, any Christmas at all?
No, it
Sneak
was
in?
we weren't even allowed to
Acknowledge Jesus' birth.
Yes. After we killed him?
Well, I didn't want to say it. Wow, who are you? The old ladies at my church growing up? Dude, I remember having to have that guy. We were like, you got to chill on that, grandma. Like some lady bringing. I remember one time a friend brought a Jewish friend to an Easter, and we had a friend who had like this crazy Easter, and this decrepit woman was like, a lot of nerve showing your face around. Like mad at this like 11-year-old Jewish kid because of, she was like, kind of classless move bringing a Jew to Easter when it's there. And we were like, all right, lady.
Meanwhile,
you
Easter
gotta
wouldn't
go.
even happen.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, in some ways they set it in
Yeah,
motion.
it's more traditional that way to have some Jews there.
Yeah.
It was just historically accurate.
we're
You have
recreating
the
it.
booing of the Jew. The boo on Easter Sunday.
I have a question.
Yeah.
He died, came back to life behind the rock.
Yep.
Totally.
Push the rock. Yep.
Push the rock.
Nobody was there.
Nobody was there. But then he rose. Whatever.
That's the rising.
That's the rising. But then how did he die again? He just zoomed up.
He just went. He was
Ascended.
just like, he just went Super Saiyan up
So
into heaven.
is he technically still alive?
No, I
he,
think
he got out of the thing. He looked down and he was like, "Fuck this shit.
Right, totally.
I'm just going up there."
Here's what I think, and it's actually kind of sick. And this is what I stopped paying. I was an altar boy. I should know this, but apparently, in that time, legit, this is fucking cool. He went to hell for like 3 days and fucked Satan up, I believe.
Yeah.
For like, that's what he was doing when he was dead. He was just
Oh.
fucking, and that's a cool. That's like, why doesn't fucking Kevin Sorbo
Yeah.
give us that
Right.
movie?
And then he came
It's
back
all
as
about
Jesus the White.
Yeah. It's basically that story. I mean, wasn't Tolkien a big Jesus guy?
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially that is what happens, I think. And so, yeah, I think he spends 40 days like teaching people after he died, like after he came back, and then he just Super Saiyans up. And then he's like, Tom, that's where we get doubting Thomas. He's like, Thomas, you motherfucker, you see this shit? And Tom's like, nah, you aren't dead. This is some voodoo shit or something. So anyway,
But-
that's important to know, guys. Jesus' birthday is coming up. We pretty much just told
that's
you
what Christmas is. Is his birthday?
it's his birthday.
And Easter
Yeah.
is his.
Death.
But then when
His-
is his
that's
coming
when
back?
he's
to life?
resurrection.
Oh,
Easter's his
Resurrection.
resurrection. Yeah.
But what is there a holiday for
Good
when he
Friday
died?
is the day he dies.
I see.
And then Sunday he comes back.
And what's an
Damn,
angel?
you didn't know that? That's why
I
everybody's
guess not.
Dude, that was so awesome. We got to get off on Good Friday. Like your parents would write you a note. I think it was again a little jealousy of how many holidays Jews got.
Right.
Because you guys, it was like, what the fuck? They're gone. All my friends would be gone.
Yeah, we
I'm
were
like,
starving.
yeah, you guys got so many extra holidays. And then my mom would write me a note, and like the first year I pretended to be fucking so sad. I was like, fuck, dude. Today's when Jesus died. And I pretended to be sad.
Pretending to be disturbed by it.
Yeah,
is so awesome.
I was pretending to be sad, and then like the next year, I was just fully playing Madden all day. It was one year where I was like, I hope, and it was more like if Jesus is watching me,
Right.
I gotta pretend to be sad.
Yeah.
He
Right.
can't know I used his death as a way out. And then the next year, I'm like, whatever,
Yeah.
dude. He's fucking.
That
cool.
reminds me of when I found out that pink eye was like something you could stay home with, but it didn't make you feel bad. And so I got pink eye from this kid because I wanted it.
on purpose.
Wait, it does
And
feel
then
bad.
I stayed home.
Yeah,
with,
your eye is itchy.
but it didn't
hurts.
fuck me up at all. It just had a weird red eye. And then I rubbed it into my other eye and got 2 days off.
Wow.
Did you ask him to fart in your eye?
No, I just was
He
like,
kissed. They kissed.
rub some of that in there.
Oh.
You like what? You went like this and like
Yeah, I was like,
took it from his eye. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's
I
like,
love staying home.
Self-harm.
That's fucking awesome.
You self-harmed.
I guess. I just felt like it was a
Mild self harm.
I felt like it was a gimme kind of,
Yeah,
like,
watch a little Price is Right.
I didn't want to miss school because I would miss like what was going on.
Wow.
Not even like in a class pet way. I just
No,
like
gossipy way.
like the action.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
of course. I know.
And, like,
I do know what you mean.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And then like you're a kid, so a day is like an eternity.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm gone for a whole fucking day, like everyone's gonna forget
what
I
could have
exist.
happened? Right.
Everyone, no one's
Oh,
gonna
this is
care if I live or
interesting.
die.
I mean, this is better than
course.
therapy.
Of course.
You're
Yeah, what do
getting
you
you're
guys
getting
even fucking
more
talk
done.
about?
You're getting more done here. Your need for constant
Your
attention.
therapist like, I liked your sketches last night. Can you tell me more about
No,
them?
legit. My therapist kind of said the other day, like, would it be helpful for us to discuss the
Paywall. Come back.
He was like, do you think it'll be helpful for us to discuss the films of David Lynch?
Oh my! I mean, you're just paying this guy to be friends with him now. No, it wouldn't be. Let me answer that. No.
Well,
The fact that somebody asked
know,
that
I
means you're
know.
needing
Your
therapist
therapist
again.
like, what's Sabrina Carpenter like? And how do you feel about what she's like?
she's, you know, it's so interesting that you said that.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter has been appearing in my dreams lately.
You've been dreaming about Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah.
In what ways? She's
I've
the
been
first person
having-
to find you shit. Sabrina Carpenter comes out. She's like, she lowers herself down.
This is paywall.
Paywall. Okay, we can save it for
You
the
know
paywall.
what? This is lunch talk.
we can save it for lunch talk.
This is lunch because it's been really disturbing the way she's been appearing.
Come back in
Let's just say Jungian.
Biblically accurate Sabrina Carpenter.
the next time.
Yeah.
There's an SNL break, folks. We will be putting Sarah behind the paywall and discussing how fucking Sabrina Carpenter appears to her in her dreams.
Let's
Dude,
just say
Patreon numbers about to.
she's been delivering a really important message. And I want you to know, my unconscious, you are seen and you are heard, and the symbols are being delivered.
God damn. All right, let's finish. Let's talk about the holidays briefly. You said you weren't even allowed to entertain any Christmas adjacent
No,
things.
to the point where my dad works in the schmata business. Okay, we were in Midtown Manhattan in the garment district, and I'm walking around. I'm like, you know, how old are you when you're this big?
Yeah.
And you know, I wanted to be a
4,
movie
let's
star,
say.
of course.
Wow, at 4.
I wanted to be a big famous comedian like Jerry Seinfeld.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
fascinating.
And of course,
I didn't know that. I didn't have that yet.
What you wanted to be like? I want to be Pikachu. Or whatever.
Yeah, no, I did want attention. Don't get me wrong. I was
I was
a
like,
big
I want to
ham.
be a Spice Girl.
But no, I literally thought, I've talked about this before on the show, when I was like a little kid, I was like, I'm the man. I was like, I'm fucking hot. I'm a
Yeah.
good singer. Like, I thought I was gonna be like I thought I was gonna be like, if Harry Styles was also the best actor in the
Totally.
world.
Harry
You know what I
Styles
mean?
singing in
Like,
the mirror.
I thought I was fucking sexy, dude. I thought I was gonna grow up to be the hottest guy of all time. So, but I didn't, I still had higher aspirations than
Right.
comedy at 4, so I'm actually worse than you.
No, I was humble from an early age. I saw Seinfeld and I was like, that's it.
That's me.
Period. I'll do that. No
Yep.
problem. That's the only option.
That's awesome.
Walking down the street, Midtown Manhattan, feeling myself.
Of
Of course.
course.
Were you ever in New York City when you were a kid?
No, not when we would take field trips with my church, and we would literally come to Astoria. We would come to Astoria to go to the Greek grocery specialty
Totally.
store. We would buy CDs from the Greek CD shop,
Totally.
and we would go to Manhattan. We would go to the Met to see the ancient Greek exhibit, and we would come back to Astoria.
Wow.
Like it was like a day trip, and we never like walked. We never saw like the Statue of. We didn't do any of that
Greek
shit.
people are so crazy.
It was so funny, and that's why I moved here. It was the only neighborhood I knew. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll go where I've been to 4 times.
Right. But it was famous to you.
It was famous, and then
Yeah.
later on, I took a really like important trip when I was, I think, 15, where it was just me and my friends on a megabus, and we actually walked through New York, and I went with my friend who she used to live in this room. We moved together. We're still like, you know, she was the first one to move to New York, then eldest, then me. But we took a trip where it was just us. We didn't do any Greek shit. We got barked into the comic strip.
Sick.
We went to like a 5 p.m. show at the comic
Sick.
strip where it's like 8 people, and I was like,
Sick.
whoa, this is magic.
You're
I was like,
God,
New-
it's so dark in here and people
Wow.
are drinking.
it was awesome.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I'm going to do, maybe I was older than 15 actually, because I think I hadn't done stand-up yet, but it was like really in my mind, and that almost solidified it for real, like walking around New York and going to the comic strip and like, yeah, but anyway.
How old are you when you first did stand up?
It was my freshman year at a fucking like open mic in the basement of my dorm, so I was probably 18.
16. the Hog Pit NYC, a no longer existing barbecue restaurant.
The Hog Pit.
Because you could do the mic. It wasn't a bar.
Yeah,
It was a restaurant. Game on. Nobody paying attention. I wore a bow tie.
What was one of your jokes?
Something about they found my virginity on someone brought my virginity onto the Antiques Roadshow.
Even though you were like 16.
Yeah, like it would have been like illegal to have sex with me.
Yeah, you already were making jokes about you being an unfuckable old woman, and you were 16.
I said something like, I remember, what was it? Like, oh, you feel bad that my parents have to live with me? I have to live with me forever.
That's not a bad joke. Classic. Yeah. That's a good one.
I don't get no respect at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's good stuff. So you're walking down. You're little. You think you're Jerry Seinfeld.
Dude, what? I'm not when you're strutting down
in
the street
Midtown. I can't even imagine.
Midtown, and you're like, I'm like 2 or whatever. I'm like, I'm the shit. Are you kidding me? Like, walking down the street, and one of my dad's friends who also worked in Shmata, which it means rags in Yiddish, garment, whatever. My dad's friend who also worked in making like little girls' dresses for like Kmart or something was like, he made little girls' dresses for Macy's, and he saw me walking down the street and he was like, dude, your daughter's cute as shit. She's got to be in our Christmas catalog.
Wow.
And my dad was like, no. And I was like,
oh my God.
I saw the whole thing. My dad's like, you're not fucking doing that. Because my dad was like, I'm not whoring you out.
Yeah.
But what he said was like, dude, it's a fucking Christmas catalog.
Oh,
you kidding me? You're not doing
He appealed to your religiosity at 2 years old.
But then I was like, please, I want to be a superstar. And so whatever, they relented and let me do it. It was for like a brochure.
Yeah.
And I remember,
they're like orthopedic shoes for the homely girl in your life, for the homely toddler.
they were like, so I begged my parents to let me do it, and they were like, fine. They relented, whatever. I remember I had to get up at like 6 a.m, go to the photo shoot, hair, makeup. I'm feeling like a fucking superstar. And they put me in a little Christmas dress, which is something I had never worn.
Of course.
So I felt like, dude, putting on a little Christmas
this is what
dress,
it's like to be
velvet,
Christian.
poofy. You feel like it's like magic.
Yeah.
You're wearing this little cupcake dress. You feel like a fucking.
The
I was
high
like,
of being Christian never fades.
You've been chasing that your whole life.
They put me a little. I felt unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then they plopped me at the base of a Christmas tree with a bunch of presents. I was like,
wow.
like Hollywood, glamour, lights, camera, whatever. I'm fucking posing. I'm going like, with the little, and they had me with a teddy bear, whatever. Felt like $1 million. I could actually cry thinking about how special I felt.
Yeah.
Every day, every weekend morning, I would tear open the brochures, looking for myself. Could never find the pictures. Never saw the pictures of me posing at the base of the tree in a Macy's Christmas
dress. You think you didn't make the cut?
And I go,
or you'd made it up, or you dreamed about it, or it came to you in a dream from like Jerry Seinfeld.
My
you
dad
opened,
was like,
Sabrina Carpenter opened her mouth, and a video of you doing that came out in your dream.
Yeah. And my dad goes, they didn't put you in the brochure because they said you look too Jewish.
Oh my God!
Because he was trying to like whatever.
Do you think that was true, or do you think he was trying to turn you against Christianity?
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
Holy shit!
And then years later, I forgot about this.
Oh my God!
Years later, I asked my
This
parents.
is incredible.
I'm like 18. I'm remembering the first time I felt like a movie star. I'm going, where are the pictures?
Yeah, I have, at least for myself.
I need to see. My mom had the negatives. I'm looking at the pictures. Mind you, it was 6 a.m. when I took these pictures. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, I looked like shit. I was like, I had like bags under my eyes. I was like so tired. I was like,
do you have those anywhere?
My parents will have them, but it's like they didn't use the pictures because I looked like haggard.
You need those pictures. Are you kidding me? Please get those pictures.
And I'm like, and I didn't know how to smile because when you're really smiling, it doesn't look like a smile.
Of course.
You're like,
yeah.
And they just didn't use them because I was
Sarah,
terrible.
we gotta get those pictures.
But my dad was like, yeah, of course my dad's like, you're a superstar. You're fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
Sarah Hollywood. But he's like, dude, you're too Jewish. And that's why we fight.
Right, he couldn't let you know that you just blew it. You were a little kid who blew it. That's okay. Your first taste of stardom, you weren't ready for the bright lights. You figured it out, buddy. That's incredible.
I felt like such a movie star.
Oh, next time. I mean, you're doing it right now.
Let me pee.
Go pee.
Let me pee.
The holidays are here. You're spending time with your family. You're trying to take it easy. You're probably tired of talking to them, yapping. Why don't you check out what our friends at Gametime have? See what kind of nice events you can go to. You know what I mean? Whether it's sports, music, theater. You don't have to hear your in-laws yapping at you. You say, let's see what's playing. My mother-in-law, she's a big Nick Cannon fan. Let's go to Wild 'N Out Live. Get tickets for as low as $97. Maybe we'll see the Nutcracker at the Hippodrome if you're in Baltimore. Hey, maybe I might go. I might take my mother out there. Who knows? Whatever it is, maybe I want to see a fucking ball game. Let's go see the Military Bowl. Navy and Army are playing, I believe, on Saturday 28th. Yes. You get in there for $70. That's a fucking steal. What's beautiful about Gametime, they have all-in pricing, okay? You can taggle this feature on. You're not surprised by a bunch of fees. You know exactly what you're getting. Seat views, you get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. Lowest price guarantee, or Gametime will credit you 100%, 110% of the difference. And you have Gametime ticket coverage. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code Stavvy for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code STAVVY for $20 off. Download Gametime today. What time is it? Gametime.
And we're back and we're ready to help the people with the wisdom that Sarah has accrued from maybe, 4,000 therapy sessions in her life. How many do you think total? 10,000?
Yeah, maybe 100,000 hours.
Suck on that, Gladwell. This bitch is putting in 100,000 hours.
Yeah, you've achieved mastery of being
going to therapy.
All right, and we should say here also, I should start doing this. It's already too late. We're gonna have to pre-record shit for the episodes we already did, Eldest, but the Dreamboat Tour is now out, folks. Buy tickets to it. They're going fast. We've probably already sold out.
Yeah, most of them are probably sold out.
Probably already gone. The tour that starts in February.
That's such a good name for a tour.
Thank you. Wait till you see some of the art.
Did you have anything to do?
Oh, come on.
I may have.
Of course he did.
Wow.
Buy your tickets. Watch the movie. Let's Start a Cult. Hopefully it's streaming somewhere by now on December 9th. You could rent it already. VOD, but we're trying to get it on a streamer. Anyway, and the tour is the important thing. Buy some tickets. And new stuff, nothing on the special, obviously. And that's it. And then, Sarah, anything you'd like to...
Listen, if I've got a show going on December 9th, of course, maybe there's going to be future shows. Just go to it. I don't understand why you guys don't want to go. So many more people that want to not go to my show than go to my show. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that. I agree. More people
You're
should go.
going to a city. You've got, listen, I'm no Stav. I probably got 300 seats in my theater.
Not bad.
But there are more than 300 people in the city that I'm probably
That is true, and you can't, That is true. I never think of it that way. There's probably 100, there's at least hundreds of thousands of people in the city.
When we struggle to get 50 people in New York City or something, I'd be like, there's 8 million people.
Wow.
So crazy to think of.
How bad are we?
That is really depressing.
Yeah.
Well, go see Sarah's show so she doesn't, aw.
And Ben can attest. Not a bad show.
Not a bad show.
Good show.
Not a bad show. So
I had
it's
friends
very
come.
funny.
I had friends come when you were in Baltimore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sarah's
The
not one of these.
most terrible.
I know it's a
venue.
bad venue for comedy. When they told me where it was almost like I'm not going to tell her, so she
I
doesn't
know.
dread it the whole time.
I know.
But I opened for Tig Notaro there, and I was so pumped back in the day, and it was
Totally.
so bad because no one's listening. It's fun. The ceilings are high as
The
shit.
ceilings are high as shit, and they're made of aluminum siding, and it was a thunderstorm. So the rain was louder than on the roof was louder than me, which is basically impossible.
Yeah.
Louder than me.
So go see Sarah. If she has dates coming up, we've already put them in the episode. Just do a little clicking. And time to really help some people. Eldest, go ahead.
People.
Hey, Stav, eldest guests, audience. Got a quick question for you about a sister-in-law of mine Before I get to that, though, just wanted to real quick say it's an enormous pleasure to see your success unfold from the sidelines. It seems very well deserved. Good job, man. It's awesome to see.
I appreciate it.
Anyway, my life's a bit of a shit show in 2024. Getting divorced, wife cheated on me with my best friend, kind of shit. Can't really get into it. It's all up in the courts and shit.
Oh my God, in the courts.
Around the time it became public, within like my family that we're getting divorced, my sister-in-law, she started showing up, being like a real support and a friend. So like we've developed a bit of this friendship. One time we were drinking, got a bit hammered. She confessed to me about some problems she's had in her marriage.
Oh, she's married.
She's married too. The fuck,
yeah, she's married.
And this is his ex's sister,
I think.
No.
Just wait.
Okay.
Marriage.
Oh no.
We commiserated, and it happened a few more times. Eventually, she kind of confessed her feelings for me to me.
Brother.
I'm not gonna say I have like no moral culpability here. I did,
thank you.
in one way or another, tell her that under different circumstances, this is something that would maybe be interesting to me. I'm being very generous to myself in how I'm relating this.
No shit.
But anyway, I guess the question is, what is like my moral responsibility to my brother here?
His brother!
I could give him a heads up, like, hey.
Your fucking brother, dude? I thought this was his ex's sister, which is like, I was about to be like, hey man, it ain't the cleanest thing, but this would be pretty funny. No. You almost get a pass to fuck your ex who cheated. You're gonna do a worse thing. This isn't even your best friend. This is your fucking brother, you fucking piece of shit.
You gotta pitch down his voice so he can't get traced. You gotta go into witness protection.
We need him to get
traced. Oh
my
God. I guess let's finish this, but Jesus Christ.
The way I see it, I could give him a heads up, like, hey, your wife's kind of, behaving this way, and definitely blow up their marriage, or I could just kind of sit on the sidelines and maybe things work out.
Jesus Christ, dude.
If I'm not
good fucking God,
too receptive to the things that she says to me, I don't know, man.
If you're not too receptive,
it's a fucking bullshit situation.
It's not.
But yeah, let me know what you think about that. Thanks, man. Again, really pleased to see
really nice.
That you're enjoying.
I know what you're doing.
All right.
It's become clear what he's doing.
Hey, man.
Buttered me up and then ended with a compliment because I was about to fucking blow his ass up.
Yeah.
And listen, as pleased as you are at my success, you're a piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
You cannot behave this way. It's your fucking brother's wife?
Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
If any of you even thought of betraying my brother in this way,
well, I don't know him, but it depends how hot his wife is, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to cuck your brother, but if his wife was really hot and she tried to fuck me, I can't promise I wouldn't.
I just can't. Can I use the same math I was using earlier about hundreds of millions of people living in a city?
Yes, you can.
There are hundreds of millions, if not billions of trillions of people. And your brother's wife doesn't count as hundreds of millions of people in the world that you can have sex with.
You're out of your fucking mind. And I also,
nothing sacred.
I love it too because she's like, all right, is it time to flip on this bitch and rat her out to my brother? That's how he's looking at it. It's not like, should I be a good fucking person? Stop. First of all, you can't speak to this woman ever again. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah,
also,
you just got to cut it off.
Also, she's complaining to you about her marriage.
Who's your brother?
Your brother?
Yeah.
Someone's talking shit. I mean, unless your brother's a piece of shit, you have a really bad relationship. But that doesn't really here's what it feels like. You're a weak man.
Yeah.
You're a weak little fucking slug of a man who, yes, your life got fucked up, and I'll give you that. I can see why the initial conversation, you were like hurt, your wife completely fucked you over, and you're at a very low point, right? I am even willing to give you one mulligan for not even immediately cutting it off, right? Not immediately being like, I'm willing to give you the fact that you're sad, but you knew what was going. Like, we all have been in these situations where it's somebody you really shouldn't, and there's a little, that sprinkles a little something to it. So you're like, well, we're just friends. We're going out to lunch. It's not a big deal. And you can feel it when you're in that snowball, especially someone that doesn't get pussy. When you feel it happening, you're like, wait, something's off here. And then you, who you said it yourself, you're being a little generous when you're like, oh, in a different circumstance, maybe that's not what he said. He was like, if you were my brother's wife, I'd fuck you right here. Like, you probably said that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta stop this, bro. And yes, you have to look within yourself to how you will get absolution for your sins.
Right.
I mean, this is fucking crazy.
I'm confused as to how they're spending so much time together alone. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
they get in a fight, and
Well,
then
his
she's like, I'm
brother-
going to go hang with your brother all night.
That is true.
Like, what's going
What-
on?
Well, your brother's probably like, well, that's my brother. There's no way anything
Yeah.
could possibly be going on.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but at the same time, that is a missing piece here. I know there's no way it could possibly go on, but it's like, even if I was having a really hard time,
Right.
and one of my sister-in-laws took me out to lunch and we talked it over, right?
Right.
That'd be normal. If we had lunch every day,
Right.
that'd be fucking weird. And even if it's even if there is nothing, even if you don't suspect anything like this level,
Yeah.
it would be weird to see your sister-in-law this much absent. Now, it'd be different if they're coming over as a couple and it's like,
Yeah.
your family is coming to support you, but something is off in
But
general
he's
here.
not saying he's planning on, he's not asking, should I act on this, right? He's just saying, what do I do? But at the same time, it's like, even asking that question, it's like,
I know
what
he's
you
not.
do is stop talking to her.
Of course.
Just back away.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, completely stop talking to her.
It does sound like theoretically he has no plans of following through and fucking her.
Right.
But even just I mean,
He's also being very weirdly particular about the way he's saying things. So
Yeah.
it's
He's giving
honestly, he
himself
could have
the
done
option.
They could have done something and he didn't.
I don't think he's done anything
You
yet.
don't think so?
But I know that right now in this moment in time, he's like, well, obviously I'm not going to fuck. But there was probably a moment in time where he was like, well, obviously I'd never tell her I have any feelings for her. That's weird. This is the classic escalation thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came to us before anything crazy has happened, but
Yeah, it's he's like, should I not tell my brother and then just continue going on as it is? And he's staring at her tits when she's getting potato salad at the fucking cookout or something.
Well, they're already in a this is an emotional affair situation.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
They have already crossed a line. It's not a physical line, but this is incredibly fucked up already. So yes, absolutely get out of here. What is your relationship with your brother? Why are you closer to your sister-in-law?
Do you think he should tell his brother? I think
you should go ahead. Yeah.
I don't say another goddamn word for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
Put your hands up, back away slowly,
Yeah.
join a convent. Can guys do
You can't say
that?
any, you can't clue your brother into this. There's nothing you can do.
It's a mess.
You just have to let that play out.
And even
Your dreams are going to be fucking crazy for the rest of your life, I'll tell you that.
And even if, yeah, I mean, you're right. He really can't say shit because then his brother's like, well, how do you know?
Right.
He's like, well, I've been kind of fucking chatting with her. I've been talking to her for 2 hours a day on the phone. But I do feel there is a possibility that this relationship is fucked up. We don't know. Is the brother cheating on her? How fucked
Yeah.
up is he? But even still,
Yeah.
that is not this is your fucking brother's wife, brother. Hey, you're so right. Put your fucking gun down and just walk out. Surrender yourself. Put your hands
away.
behind your back and fucking lay on the
Your
pavement.
badge and your gun.
Yeah, and don't you dare think about following up on this investigation without authority. So this is fucked up. You got to get out of here. And I am wondering, why aren't you close to your have you talked to your brother? What is your relationship with your fucking brother?
Yeah.
Have you guys talked at all? What's going on here? I'm really, really fucking confused. So, yeah, don't do this. Get the fuck out of it. Stop talking to her. And maybe just talk to your brother about his marriage in general terms if you want to. But even still, I would say just get the fuck out.
Yeah, just back away.
Well, it's like if his brother and her break up, then he doesn't get to have her in his life because now he has proximity to her because of his brother. You know
She's
what?
got to be out of his life in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form. You
She's
can't
just not
continue this. This
not
is
someone you can
My
ever
brother.
be with.
If anyone disrespected my brother in this way,
But it would be you.
It would
in this
be
scenario.
you.
no, but I'm just like the thought of like my brother being betrayed in any way
Of
brings me
course.
to tears.
yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Imagine if you betrayed him.
I could never,
That's
I
what.
think you could.
never. in
If
my
yeah,
life.
if I don't know, if he was
Never
sitting
in
on
my
some
life.
really good clown costumes, he didn't want you to have.
We're talking the most crisp Bozo himself.
When we talked about Jesus' sacrifice when he pushed the rock away or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I like Jesus would sacrifice the clown suits.
Wow.
That's how much I love my fucking
Wow,
brother.
that's beautiful.
That's incredible.
That's beautiful. Maybe we'll convert you yet. That's what this whole podcast is about. Is
could be
bringing you
open
over to
to
the
it.
light of the Lord. All right. Well, yeah, that's fucking crazy. And
Set a boundary. Say we can't talk.
get
about
her the
this.
fuck out of your life.
Get her out of your life.
Be like, this is fucking weird. And you know what? I would even say, like, be prepared to cut a woman who's behaving like that off. Be prepared for things to get messy. You might want to talk to your brother to get in front of the story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Call the cops on her because adultery is illegal.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the eyes of the Lord
okay,
as well.
couldn't you see something like this happening? Him being like, we can't talk anymore. And her going to her husband and being
Right.
like,
Your
your brother's
brother-
been trying to fuck me for
I
months.
mean, it depends on how how
Well,
off
he
her rocker
deserves
she
that,
is.
by the way.
Because the real answer here is the actual good person fess up to what you've done answer is stop this immediately. Tell your brother. Be like, dude, I don't know how the fuck this happened. I was fucking sad because of all this shit. I never did nothing, but she's, and be honest.
That whore was throwing herself at me.
Don't absolve yourself of guilt, but that is the actual right thing to do. Is it the cleanest thing in the world? No, but that's probably how you should. Like, it's hard for me to even fathom this because this is so. I would never even get close to this.
know.
This is a brother podcast, okay?
Yeah, this
The
is.
sanctity of brotherhood.
We actually
is-
really love brotherhood on this podcast for sure. Absolutely.
Another option is like down the line, she cheats on her brother with someone else,
And
and then the brother's like, "Oh, I can't believe it! How could this happen?" And if he didn't come clean in the past, even though he wouldn't like really need to, even if he didn't do anything, you would still feel a sense of like guilt, or you would be withholding some crucial
Yeah.
detail in the downfall of their relationship or something that would
Right.
feel really bad.
And it's not even like the betrayal that would feel as bad. It's like however much time you're still sinking into a relationship that isn't worth it is like the worst part.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like if you're this close to your brother's wife at this point, and at the same time you're in courts with your ex-wife who cheated on you with your best friend, like
Yeah.
There's nothing
that's
sacred
crazy.
to you.
It's great. Yeah, and it's like, who are you attracting? And like a huge missing piece though is the brother and what's
Yes.
going on here.
Yeah,
because if they're just a total train wreck, maybe forget about what I said and just back away. But if he's a good guy that you're scared,
Yeah.
basically is going to have the exact same. It's like you just went through this.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
Thanks for being a fan, though. And thank you for
Seriously, buy tickets for the
buy
Dreamboat
tickets.
tour.
Yeah.
Hey, Stav. Way to go on the success, man.
Thanks, man.
Really proud of you.
Anyway, I'm doing something horrific.
I love that.
Well, time to. Hopefully, that's a pretty effed up question. Hopefully, we're in for nothing too crazy. Oh, wait a second. Holy shit! What's that?
Fuck.
Oh my God! Is it time for what I think it is? Is it time to? Holy shit! It's time to. Oh, it's the Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted, motherfucking question of the week, or whatever the fucking thing is. Yep, that's right. Twisted Tea. Our pals over at Twisted Tea. We have a twisted question. Sir, I'm sure you love the delicious. I love Twisted Tea. Bleep out her. Just cover over her mouth and be like, I love Twisted Tea. Blur out her finger. Now it's time. I guess we have a really twisted question to answer, don't we, Eldest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brought to us by our friends over at Twisted Tea with one of the most refreshing beverages on the market right now.
Keep it twisted.
You gotta keep it twisted.
The box has the same color scheme as Sarah's.
Don't connect me to this. Anyway.
Thanks for planning accordingly, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Sarah's a huge fan. This is kind of how she reacts to stuff. She's kind of playing hard to get with Twisted Tea. She loves it. If she hated it, she'd be really complimentary of it.
How am I being embroiled in this?
What's the twisted mother effing question of the week, Eldest?
Stavvy.
Oh.
Hey, how you, man? I'm having a little bit of a hard time here. I'm trying to figure out if I should be mad at my friend or not. I think he kind of like blindsided me and kind of just stole some of my thunder. For context, I'm proposing to my girl. I planned it. I had the ring all situated. I kind of kept him in the loop because his girlfriend is best friends with my girlfriend, and I'm pretty good friends with him. We've known each other for almost 4 years now, pretty much as long as I've known my girlfriend, because that's how I know him. Her girlfriend knows. Her girlfriend's obviously dating my friend.
Yep.
So either way, I planned it. I told him. I find out yesterday that he just proposed to his girl, and I'm all for it. I love love. I'm happy that he's getting pretty much married and all that stuff. I got upset because I think he should have told me. Like, he's not obligated to tell me, but I confided in him. I told him and his girlfriend when they're in the car together that I was where I'm proposing, how I'm proposing. They have a kid. She knew all about him buying the ring. It literally just happened on Saturday. Or I think because what happened was he essentially bought it on Saturday and then he proposed Sunday. And then she's been with him the whole time, the dynamic, they stopped at the diamond stopped together. My thing is this: I got two predicaments. I don't think he would have proposed unless I would have told him that I was proposing. Almost like the clock started. Hey, listen, motherfucker! Like she was telling him, you gotta, we gotta make this happen. Not to spite us, but just because the time is of the essence. She expected a ring already. But two, I feel like he should have fucking told me. Maybe I'm being I feel like I'm entitled, but.
I agree with you,
man.
Way,
I feel like just a heads up would have been nice and respectful, and I'm salty about it. So,
yeah.
Should I just brush this off, or should I fucking be pissed, annoyed, all that shit? Anyways, love you guys. Thanks for your time.
Wow.
I forgot you still, bro. I'm a huge fan of you, and
thanks.
hopefully you can.
Wow, that guy kept it too twisted.
Keep it twisted.
The other guy kept it much too twisted. There's a level of twisted you want to take it, and that's couple twisted teas at a barbecue. Maybe you're watching your favorite team play the big game. You want to keep it just twisted enough. This is much, much too twisted.
Too twisted.
This is a betrayal. For real, I actually believe this is a true betrayal.
I absolutely think that he was like, I'm getting proposed, and then he got freaked out because he's got kids with his girlfriend.
Yep.
And he's like, fuck, they can't get all this stuff. I kind of do think he stole the idea.
I completely disagree.
Wow.
I think this has nothing to do with you.
Are you out of your mind?
He got married, be happy, or whatever. He got pre-married, has nothing to do with you.
Okay, this guy, there was no proposal on the horizon. And the other thing
what
is,
does he know? He doesn't know.
okay, so why didn't it come up? If I'm talking to Eldest, right, in a world where we're both dating somebody seriously, and I'm like, dude, I'm thinking about proposing. And if Eldest had it already locked and loaded, first of all, we would have already talked about it probably. But anyway, let's say whoever says it first, and the other guy already had a plan, he'd be like, dude, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. I've actually been thinking about it. Here's what I've been, it would have come up, that proposal, or if Eldest says to me, hey, I'm thinking about getting proposed, and then it makes me reflect.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? What the fuck am I doing? If he's doing it, I should do it. And then I'm like, dude, you've inspired. I would literally be like, dude, honestly, you really inspired me. I think I'm going to do it. I would let him figure his shit out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take the information and be like, I should propose. Not mention it. Not mention shit. And then right before he's about to sort of snake him with the proposal. Because let's also be honest, in a like small friend group with not a lot going on, you're the kid who didn't want to miss fucking school to miss some gossip. The whole school, you think in a friend group that's probably what, 8, 12 people. A fucking engagement. That's the guy.
They're best
that's
friends.
the tea of the
women are best friends.
It's private.
The women are best friends, so they're talking about
it's
it.
a butterfly effect. Men end up in the doghouse once they haven't proposed. It's a race to a proposal.
Yes.
And they're talking about it, obviously, and that's a situation. But now when he does it, it's going to seem like
it's going to look like he
took
copied
his brother's idea.
Who cares?
Not brother.
Who's
friend.
the idiot?
It's his friend?
Yeah.
Oh,
You think you invented getting engaged? No, everyone does it. It's no big deal.
Come on. Are
Nobody
you
cares. It has
fucking
nothing
crazy?
to do with you. My relationship with my boyfriend.
Right.
That's right.
Of how many years? Of how many years?
1 million. I have a boyfriend. That's right. Thank you. People who look like this can have boyfriends too. It is a sacred, special planet that we exist on, and none ya exist on it. Okay, they have a separate thing. It has nothing to do with you.
They're not
Get
in the
over
culture.
it.
They don't come from that culture.
Well, get a new culture.
This happens to me all the time on the show. You can't answer these things
Right.
from a perspective of like having gone to art school. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And this is a person that would date you. He's something's off with him. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have agreed on certain things that most other human beings have no faculties to deal with.
But his faculties to deal would be easier if he lived in my universe, where like getting engaged is like whatever.
Okay, take the engagement out of it, right?
Right.
Let's say you were gonna plan your girlfriend an awesome party,
Right.
and you're like, dude, I think she really deserves it. She really wants this. Can I bounce some ideas off you to plan this sick party? And the guy's like telling you like, oh, and you think he's like, yeah, get this kind of cake, and he even gets his girlfriend who knows your friend to be like, oh, her favorite fucking drinks, or you know what I mean? And you're like, that's awesome. Your plan's coming together, and then the week before you're gonna plan a big surprise party for her, he plans a fucking surprise. He steals. Take the engagement out of it. He's a copier. Is the problem?
Well, let's put this in
Now everyone gets to
terms
go
you
to
can
2
understand.
parties.
You come up with a joke, okay?
No, not the same.
You
Yes,
come up
it
with a
is.
joke. You
Not
tell your
the
friend, "Hey, I'm
same.
working on this new kind of material around this thing." You start telling them the joke, blah blah blah. They're like, "Oh, that's pretty good, whatever." And then the next day, you see them perform. They do a joke of similar.
How about
quality.
this? You're trying to do a joke, and it's not. They didn't steal the joke, but you're like, I really want to have a take on this issue, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I think it's about time. I think the zeitgeist can't wait for my take on whatever umbrellas, right?
Right.
And you workshop your take, and he's helping you on the umbrella joke,
Right.
and he's helping
And then,
your
yeah.
stuff, right? And then right before you're going to go up on a show, he's before you, and he does a different umbrellas joke. It's not the same umbrella joke. It's
Yes.
totally his, right? His take completely. But now he's brought up umbrella, and you were you were like, well, what the fuck? I was the first person to bring
this
this
is
up.
not gonna work on me.
Okay,
None of this is
let's-
gonna work.
You're right, because your
Okay.
umbrella joke would be the umbrella has a pussy and it's shitting out of it.
Yeah.
You know.
You're like,
I
I'm gonna
have
go
a
to
new
a
joke.
party. You're like, I'm gonna go to this party dressed like a big pile of shit. And you're talking about the costume,
The
and your
right
friends
hue of
helping
shit.
you,
Is
and
it
then you get to that
greenish?
party, and your friend's dressed like a gilded piece of shit.
What happens between you and the woman you love has nothing
You're
to do with your
so
ugly
out of
fart
your
mouth
mind.
friends.
But they're best friends.
You're so fucking wrong about this.
I would
insane.
agree with you if they weren't. If
They
the
could have
women
been
weren't best friends.
having a moment where they were so fucking in love that he's like, I need to go buy a ring right now. His has nothing
But
to
he
do
He
doesn't
should have
mention
sprung
it?
it on him. He
he
should have
does-
sprung it on him. He should be like, dude. Even afterwards, you'd be like, he should be like, dude. I know it's crazy. It's just this inspired. Like the fact that he didn't mention it is sneaky.
You
It's
guys are
sneaky
enmeshed.
behavior.
You're all enmeshed in your homoerotic relationships with each
No,
other.
it's not about. No, it's
It's an
about.
enmeshment.
It's about fucking up the surprise
Yeah.
for your girlfriend. He took the thunder out of the thing, and
Yeah.
it's okay if they had. If he had a discussion with him, he'd be like, "Hey, man, that's cool. I'm glad you guys get engaged. I've been kind of planning this the whole time.
Right.
Like that's fucked up."
You guys can think that.
All right.
I think what's fucked up is that you guys, he said, am I entitled for feeling upset? Yes. Guess what? Everyone gets engaged. Have fun. Everyone's engaged.
Okay, so what
now.
should he do? All right, let's try and turn this constructive, right? If he, yeah, because you're fucking wrong as shit. It's crazy. Let's try and turn this constructive, right? What does he do now? Because I would be upset if a friend of mine did this to me.
Yeah.
And how do you
Say
move forward?
congrats.
You don't say, what the fuck, man? What the fuck is that about? You don't even ask him about that?
Yeah, sure. Ask him.
Because now it's going to fester.
Right.
Yeah.
And effectively,
Guy stuff.
oh my God, whatever. You're gonna
I don't
have a boyfriend
I don't
until you're
actually
80
think this
years
is
old.
super, like,
So who cares what
I
you
don't
think about
actually think this
engagements?
is super broy though. This is a really tight friend group. It's weird.
Chapstick.
It's weird.
Go get chapstick. Good. We don't need you for this segment.
Great.
Yeah, he was. What now? So what do you do now, Ben? And then also, effectively, what do you do with the engagement? Do you wait?
I think you can talk to him about it if you let yourself cool down a little bit. Like, don't come in really whatever, but talk to him. You know what I mean? Be like, this made me feel a little weird.
Yeah. And you know what else? Here's what I think you should do: give it a breather. Propose. And here's the other thing: you can tell your girl when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
You can be like, and because she's gonna believe you. You know what I mean? And be like,
Yeah.
And be like, "Dude, I wanted to do this, and he fucking snaked me. You know what I mean? Like, and that could be like a thing you talk about, but this shows the character of this man.
Put it all in the best man speech.
On the friend's part, it is absolutely foul play.
Yes.
It is a snake move.
Yes.
However, I'll go towards Sarah a little, where it's
Thank
like
you.
Oh my
Feminist.
he
male
can't.
feminist.
You can't really say shit to the friend. I think, especially not like anytime soon. Maybe down the line you can open up about it, but it's like you can't be like, "What the fuck? Why'd you get engaged?" Because it really is like, you know.
No, you say, "Hey man, how about a fucking heads up? I've been talking to you about this."
You can feel that way. I feel like it just is not your place to even like be outwardly mad about that, even though it is annoying. And that guy is a prick for doing it.
It's about your relationship to this guy, though. It's not even about the engagement thing. It's he did a snake move to me, no matter what the context is. So now the other option is maybe this is already a friend of a girlfriend, right? This is your boy-in-law. This is not your boy. This guy's your friend due to. So maybe now you just realize, I'm out on this guy. And maybe that's the answer. Wow. It just pegs him down it takes him down one notch of friendship for his betrayal. And maybe you just have to eat it, and maybe you just have to fucking and that's life. Sometimes you get fucked and you have to figure it out.
The reason I don't agree is because if I were the guy who did the sudden proposal, I would know. I would feel weird about doing it.
Exactly. I would say
because there's
something.
something a little just not right. It's like there is something that's not quite right.
Yeah, it's too twisted. Wouldn't you say?
It's
Y'all are
way
speaking
fucking
Greek
twisted.
to me. So crazy. Why would you care? Who cares?
You don't fucking get it. That's crazy.
Well,
you don't even see the reason the guy would be mad.
I do, but I think you're stupid.
You're one of the most easy people I've ever met to make paranoid about anything.
That's so fucking true.
Like you glom onto something like this for sure.
No, what happens between me and my boyfriend is private.
But that's not what that. But that's not what it is. He.
But you
got
don't
his
have
proposal.
a best friend couple, you know.
Yeah, all my best. Yes, I do.
Like you're best friends with her and he's best friends with the guy.
Yeah, right.
And like
yeah, because I don't live in.
Also, you're like an alternative
Yeah.
person who you know what I mean.
It doesn't matter. Sarah, whatever Sarah thinks on this doesn't matter.
I think ultimately there is a proposal butterfly effect always. Within the friend groups, there's always going to be winners and losers of proposals.
I
There's
agree with
gonna
that.
be a friend couple who's been
It's
waiting
politics,
for a proposal.
and he snaked you, and he snaked you.
He did snake you,
Yeah.
and the caller has a right to harbor bitterness for as long as he wants. But it's like,
right.
It's like you can't project that out and be like, I don't know. I just feel like you can't really say shit because you just look like a hater hating on like an engagement.
No, but that's another way that he's getting fucked. is that
Exactly.
he can't-
Not only has this guy fucked
It's a
you,
gag
he's
order.
painted you into a corner.
I agree. I
now
agree.
you have to be like, great, I'm so happy for you, and actually you're upset, and now.
I agree, but I think this guy just needs to regroup. All you need
Definitely.
is like
You're right.
2 months, 3 months. You're good for the proposal.
And blow his
You don't-
proposal out of the fucking
Yeah.
water.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what you channel this into. Blow his shit out of the water. And you're right. you're just asking us if you're entitled to feel this way. You absolutely are. Ignore Sarah.
Boring.
This is not the
caller.
This is not the person you want giving you counsel on anything.
Next.
And so you're entitled to feel this way. If you're pissed, and then put all that energy into blowing it out of the water. And yes, he did fuck you. Just know that we agree with you. And
hopefully one day you and your buddy can enjoy some twisted teas
maybe
together.
you reconcile.
Years down the line.
You
in
reconcile.
In the meantime, you and your fiance.
You have some in the meantime, crack open a delicious twisted tea brewed with real iced tea. Many don't know that. 5% by volume. Get you a nice little time. And you know what you're going to want to do, my friend? Open up this twisted tea and then
keep it twisted.
Good luck out there.
Room temperature box of tea.
He can have it any temperature he likes. It's that delicious.
Oh.
All right. Well, that was the twisted tea, motherfucking twisted ass question of the week.
Keep it twisted.
Oh, shit.
Now, what other questions do we have that are non-sponsored?
We got time for one
What are we
more,
doing just
honestly.
for the? What are we doing just for the love of the game?
Can you guys edit out my stomach grumbling?
What's up, Stav?
I'm hungry.
What's up, Elvis? I was just wondering your opinion on what I should do coming up on the holiday season. My girlfriend is really into Christmas. She wants me to go to all of her dinners and hang out and all of that jazz. My problem is that, last month my mom died. So kind of feeling anti-Christmas.
Of course,
dude. It's just me, my dad, and my brother. We're just three sad dudes probably going to drink and
Jesus.
have a pretty shitty Christmas.
Tough, bro.
How do I tell her that I'm really not interested in going to any of these events? I'm really not interested in putting on the boyfriend mask for the first Christmas right before all that shit happened.
Of course.
Jesus.
So I'm kind of caught in between not wanting to piss her off.
Piss her off? Because you want to mourn your mother's death?
Just, hide and drink at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
Just not sure exactly how I should approach this. I've already told her that I'm not really that interested, but based on the conversations, her telling me about things that are planned and events coming up, I'm really just cringing and I don't know. We've been dating for 5 years, so I can't just ghost over Christmas, but I kind of want to ghost over Christmas.
What are you
Anyways, let me know what you guys think I should do. And, thanks a lot. Happy holidays, boys.
Yeah,
and girl. No, I might not look like one, but I think your girlfriend's not a very good listener.
I totally agree with you. I mean, this is, just so you know, and this is good to just have someone to, sometimes people just need to bounce. And don't you have friends in your life to bounce the shit off of? I guess not, but this is insane on her part.
Yeah.
I can't imagine somebody being more in the wrong. Mm-hmm. Now, is it possible that you want to retreat a little too much? Might it be good to go to one thing that's easy? Maybe not an intimate dinner where you have to have constant conversation with the same 6 people of her friends, but maybe a nice holiday party where it's just, you keep it really surface level and it'll stop you from being just in your house to get totally fucked up. I think maybe you need to take as much time as your mom just passed away. It's your first holidays without her. It just happened. You want to be close to your brother and your dad. That's all super understandable. And so she should understand that. On the flip side, maybe just for yourself even, not even just to appease her, it would be nice to do a little lighthearted Christmas stuff. Again, nothing too intense, nothing where it's you might fucking break down and cry by talking to her best friend. You know what I mean? If
I can imagine going to her family stuff would probably feel bad. Being around familyness.
Yeah, whatever it is for him, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe it's a close knit friend group where they're just so open and you don't want to get into your emotional stuff. Whatever it is.
His girlfriend's here, Mom, I made us a scrapbook of precious memories of you and I together. And the mom's oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, this is beautiful. Let's all sit down and pour over every single picture together.
And then this guy gets a sweater or something.
It's odd that you've been telegraphing not wanting to go to your girlfriend and she's still kind of pressing the issue. But again,
I agree.
This is coming from an anti-Christmas household. Fuck Christmas.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
You're welcome for Christmas.
Yeah, no, you didn't do that. You did Easter, remember?
Right. What was Christmas again?
He's born.
Shit. I had nothing to do
And
with
then
that.
Easter he's reborn.
Easter he's reborn. Despite your best efforts.
He got your ass.
He
What
did.
do we even do?
Also, you know what I will say? Everyone gets on the Jewish people. Italians actually.
Pontius Pilate,
It's
right?
Pontius Pilate. Sure, you snitched, but Pontius is the one who sentenced him to death.
Of course, a Greek would say it's the Italian.
It is the Italians who took everything from us.
But-
You're nothing without us, Romans, you fucking pieces of shit. Anyway.
Italians, Jews,
What-
a parallelogram is not always a square or whatever. What do they say?
yeah.
A rectangle is not a cube. What am I trying to say?
It
You know
doesn't
what I'm
matter.
saying?
I don't.
know.
I don't, and it doesn't
know.
matter. So
Hungry.
I really do want to say, like, it's secondary for you to do some Christmas stuff. The first thing that I am worried about is, like, yeah, what the hell is in her fucking mind where she's like, get over it. You're like, that's
Odd.
really fucking crazy.
She said that?
No, I'm just
Because
saying.
he also might be really afraid of conflict or...
And,
he
yeah,
might
not
be-
talking about
It might
it
not
openly.
be all be on her.
He said that he doesn't want to do Christmas. Didn't he say that?
No, but I just mean like...
How is he presenting
We're
it?
kind of saying, oh, she must be like a nightmare, but maybe he's just really bad at conflict or...
I mean, if you're someone's girlfriend
Doesn't know
too, a
what to
natural
do.
instinct is like, oh, your mom just died. I just really need to like be with him for the
Yeah.
holidays. Need to surround him with people. So it's not
Right.
like I'm sure she's not like, oh yeah, we're gonna go on a fucking
Yeah.
Right. She might be trying to help. And
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
misreading what he
I
needs.
liked your advice too of being like, maybe it would be nice for you to get out of the house and not be drinking with your brother.
Yeah, not constant. Like, don't go to everything. Don't overwhelm yourself. And look, you just might be sad, right? Like, mourning is long. It takes fucking forever for some people, and especially when it's like your mom and you sound like a relatively young guy. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but either way, it's tough to lose a parent, even if they're super old. It's not like it's not the easiest thing in the world. So this is tough. It's a tough thing to mourn, and you have to do it your way. And Ben, you might be right too. Like, have you presented this the right way to your girl?
Yeah.
You know, maybe to give her the benefit of the doubt, maybe she's trying to keep you busy, keep your mind off it. And I think somewhere there's a happy medium of like, skip stuff that sounds like a lot, right? You also have a pretty ironclad get out of something lame card.
That's what
here.
that's what I'm saying. If I ever die, I think of that as like a card that people can use
For
to
1
get out of
year.
anything.
Yeah.
For one whole
And I want
year.
everybody
Yeah.
when I die
At
to
least a
use
year.
it as much as possible and get
Yeah.
out of as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
how I feel.
Yeah.
But I think he could just set up some boundaries and say, like, for the next few months, like, I just need to make those decisions, like, closer to the date. Like, I can't plan anything because
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to feel. I feel terrible,
Yeah.
etc.
Do you think if Ben dies, I could miss one SNL?
I don't think so. You're in the machine. They don't care about emotions and your friends. And
What
that
if
kind
I
of
said it
thing.
was Ben, a bald guy?
They don't value Ben the way
What
the
about
world
if
should.
there's a picture of us smiling together?
Maybe.
We have a couple.
It would have to be a family member, I feel
Right.
like.
Yeah.
You can't be like this guy whose garage I used to sit in died.
Right.
Why did you ask that question, by the way?
Just kind of
She
planning
needs.
out.
Oh,
Is
and
that-
you've been pretty stressed, and you know
know what
maybe
I-
you'll sacrifice Ben for a week off.
y'all, oh, Sarah goes to therapy 9 times a week, whatever. There are people out there using Stav as a therapist. I would say worse.
I mean, we don't think that that's okay.
Yeah, we don't think it's good. We're just trying to pay the bills, Sarah.
We're using them for entertainment.
Right.
Let's keep going until our pal gets here with our lunch order.
How many
He's
minutes?
7 minutes away.
Cutting it close for me, but
Oh yeah.
Hungry.
Sorry, Ben.
Can you
take,
hear my
I'll
stomach
take mine.
grumbling?
You can
in
take
the-
yours to go.
in the wait, why? Where are you going?
I also
He
have
actually has
therapy.
therapy to go to.
What? Just push it.
No, I can't. I already pushed it.
Push it to the limit.
Push
All right.
it. Push it.
Hey, what's up, Stav and Eldest? Guest, of course.
Thank you.
Friend of the pod here. Love you guys. You get me through work and any other bullshit. So, I'm 29. I'm from Indiana. I'm a musician. I play in a band, and I work for a much bigger band, go out on tour and roadie and all that cool stuff. But the problem I'm having is with socializing. I'm really bad at small talk. I was a fat goth in high school, so
Nice.
confidence has never been my strong suit.
That guy.
I got a higher level of confidence
That guy.
towards the end of high school and into college, probably until I was about 26. I don't know if it was COVID, sitting around getting fucked up with my friends and not actually going out and talking to people, but getting back into it since then has been really hard.
Nice.
I have a girlfriend, so that's not an issue.
Nice, dude.
I have good, close friends, but it's just whenever I'm talking to people that I just don't really know, I kind of freeze up and get shy and awkward. So if you have any tips like that, I know you're very charismatic and probably always have been, but
Thanks,
maybe
man.
Elvis or one of the
Maybe
guests on the
Elvis,
pod.
damn. He's like, what about fucking dud Elvis?
What do you got
does
for
he
me,
do?
man? Thank you.
I
Bye.
have to recycle things you've heard on this podcast in conversation.
That's not bad.
Just memorize everything Stav says. Be like, oh my God, like, you know, if there's a lull in the conversation, just be like, say something that
do you know
Stav said
Sarah
about.
from SNL actually has hemorrhoids?
That'll buy you 5 minutes minimum.
This is interesting. So, what is the context? You're out on the road and these people? Like, is that what did he say, or just in general?
Yeah, he says he's a roadie for a big band, and I'm sure there's like hanging out parts of it all, and you know he's just meeting people, and he just feels socially awkward. It sounds like.
And look, that's everybody goes through that shit. It's like, you know, even me, fucking Mr. fucking Charisma over here. I absolutely, definitely have times where I'm like, I'd rather fucking suck the end of a gun than have this conversation with a stranger. And it's okay, especially if you're tired. Like, being a roadie's fucking hard. Like, these are hard days, whatever. Like, it's okay sometimes if you're run down to fucking just not have it. Not have the socializing thing.
Yeah.
Particularly if you're a person who is, you know, just that's not your strong suit. I would say let's start there. Sometimes you're just going to not feel like you're fun or whatever to talk to. But, you know, if you're think about a party or something, like, you got to find the ways in the conversation, then hope that it just kind of rolls on, you know?
People underestimate the power of actually talking about the weather for real. Just start with something classic. It's really nice out. You're on tour. It could be nice somewhere and then it's a different city and then maybe the weather's a little different.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that people, don't talk about this in conversation. Dreams. Oh, I don't want to hear about your dream last night. I do. I do.
I do think there is something classic to where you are and who you're talking to, right? So, like, yeah, you might be in a dream like group, right? If you're on tour, talking about the city, being like, hey, I actually think
any restaurants?
Yeah, this place. Yeah, totally. That gets into like what kind of food you like. You know what I mean? Like, it really just is cracking it, and also asking questions is so awesome. People like talking about themselves, man. You ask one, you have to crack into some generic stuff to start the convo.
Yeah.
At a party, you know, it's so easy. It's like, hey, how do you know the person who hosts the party? Then you find out what kind, you know, how they know them, what kind of job, all this other shit.
I always ask, where do people live and where are they from?
Love that. And how about this? A compliment?
So not like it's something you came up with.
Where do you live?
I always ask people, how are you doing? It's really good.
And that's what makes me a good person.
But like, also compliments are huge. People like being asked questions. People like getting compliments. You're on tour. Somebody's wearing a cool band shirt. Be like, that's fucking sick. Or like, I love your, like, truly, those are awesome. Like, it sounds so basic, but I like cool pants.
Yeah,
cool
hey,
shoes.
I like your ass. You look like you have a big
nice
dick.
tits. Can I see those tits? Stuff like that. What are you, a fucking bitch? I'm trying to be nice. You fucking whore. All that kind of stuff. No, don't tell people I said that. I'm just trying to. What are you doing? Ew.
For the next 4 years, Donald Trump is president.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
You're good.
Yeah.
4 years, you get to be like, crazy Donald Trump.
Yeah. And I will say, and this is, I know you're a musician, it's different, but like the ultimate small talk tool in America with men is sports.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta at least have
that is so
a
crazy.
base knowledge of sports. I am one of the few like artistic people that truly like sport. Not few, but like in my friend group,
You're
I'd
more
say it's
like
50-50.
a sports person who's kind of artistic.
That's actually true. Yeah. I am definitely a bro who likes art a little bit. You're right. Actually, that's true. But I cannot tell. And you'd think it would just be like, just like sports heads that love it. But it's like I have started conversations because of sports, and it turns out people are like weirdos. Like I've made friends with people that it's like you just don't know. It's just such a nice, and now it helps to be actually like passionate about it. Like I actually am into football and basketball. And so that's an easy thing, but it's like just having the cursory understanding of it is the fucking. I can't tell you how many horrific elevator rides in small towns that I'm performing have been saved by just being like, your team looked pretty good. You know what I mean? Like somebody's wearing like some college and be like, I don't know much about college football, but like. Throwing something out there.
If you're stuck talking to someone who looks like me, do not do that.
Don't do that.
The conversation will come to a screeching
Take out a fucking
halt.
gun and point it right at her fucking head.
Same, but with girls, I would say Real Housewives. That's a banger. That's a good one. That's girls sports. Girls sports is Real Housewives.
Yeah.
And gay guys, I suppose.
Yeah.
Vanderpump.
Yeah, but Real Housewives is like if you had to pick if you have to pick one sport, I'd say pick NFL football.
Yeah.
And if you had to pick one girl thing, I would say pick Real Housewives.
Or SNL can be sports for some people.
That's actually true in a really sad way.
Did you see that Sarah was in a lot of sketches
Did
this
you see Sarah was in a sketch?
They didn't bench her.
Right.
She hit a home run with that hilarious character. It was nothing but net when Sarah did that.
Good job, Sarah. Very good. So there you go, little buddy. I mean, these are tough, but just crack it. And then the beginning is the hardest part, and you'll get there. Compliments, questions, a couple general topics in your back pocket, and you'll be good to go.
Pulling up YouTube videos on your phone, Sarah SNL best of compilation.
It's 45 seconds long.
But, hold on, it's loading. Make them wait there and share your phone while it's loading.
It's Sarah standing behind Bowen Yang as he does something funny. That kind of thing.
It's a Sarah Sherman SNL fails compilation.
I don't know if you got the bandwidth on your phone to bring up. You had something to say, Eldest?
Oh, I was just going to say, too, like, a lot of the times just feeling awkward talking to people at a party or something, sometimes you just drag on the conversation with a stranger. If you just have, like, 4 back and forths and you're just feeling
out of there.
It's okay to be like, oh, haha. And,
Diet Coke
I'm getting a Coke, I'm going to the bathroom. You can even say, I'm going to circulate a little bit. People don't expect to sit and talk to the same person for the whole time.
Right.
If you really lock in, that can be nice. But
Pick up cigarette smoking.
Cigarettes is huge.
Cigarettes you're smoking. You have an activity.
Or even just go and get fresh. I was at a party, and I don't smoke, but it was kind of stuffy. People went out for cigarettes. I was like, I'll come get some fresh air.
I'll get a breath of fresh.
It's fine. Just, you need ways in and out. That's a great point, Eldest. Practice your intros and then practice your ways in and out.
Yeah.
Bathrooms, drink. Oh, I see my buddy. I have to go. Let me go catch up with them over there. And having a buddy, actually, that's like a go-to exit is nice. Or having a friend that can come in and help out, that's nice too. But
my stomach hurts. I have to take a shit. I'll be
back. I have to go shit in this prop toilet. But yeah, I don't know if you guys heard. There was a buzzer that went off.
Gyros
and
are here.
Our lunch is here. So, Sarah, thank you for coming. 3 times on the pod. You're coming back.
YouTube.com, Sarah Sherman SNL, hilarious. Sarah Sherman fan cam, maybe you guys can make one.
That wouldn't be bad. You'll come back soon and we're putting you behind the paywall, and we're getting dirty with it. We're getting nasty with it, with all your dreams and whatever.
Lucky.
Ben is already eating. I see him chewing. He has therapy. He's going to eat his whole sandwich in 3 minutes and then take an Uber to his place.
Keep it twisted.
Don't forget to keep it twisted, of course. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.